It's day 9 of the Paris swimming competition of the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games as we welcome you to the Paris Stade de France arena in Nantes for this finals session. It is the penultimate finals session of the swimming at Paris 2024, and this magnificent aquatic centre, completely repurposed for Paris 2024, usually hosting rugby matches, is hosting swimming for the first time since it opened its doors in 2017. A glorious venue, multi-purpose facility, scale, capacity and technology virtually unparalleled. This is the competition pool, 50 metres long, 25 metres wide. 8 of those lanes are used in competition. There are 141 medal events over the 10 days of competition that have featured over 600 athletes in the pool already. And I can tell you we only have 30 gold medal events remaining. 15 to come on day 9, 15 to come on day 10. Now, the format for the heats, they take place in the morning session and in the evening session of the same day. The finals are swum for the respective events. This is Paris swimming, where swimmers are classified by their impairment. Physical disabilities, 1 to 10. Visual impairment classifications between 11 and 13. And for class 14, it is intellectual impairment. One of the greats of French swimming, Florent Manodou, makes his way into the venue at La Défense Arena. He has the honour of striking the baton 3 times to signal the start of the drama, the theatre that is about to unfold. The Olympic champion in the 50-metre freestyle at London 2012. 6-time Olympic medalist. And there are many adoring fans in this venue. Sold out affair for this final session. People still filing their way into the venue. Many still trying to catch Frige, the mascot, who's made an appearance. Many looking for selfies with the mascot. There are 15 gold medal events to be contested this final session on day 9. Victory ceremonies will follow the races, and in between the respective finals, Deb Gruen, the multiple Paralympic medalist, is alongside me. And Deb, plenty of excitement on the program, starting off with the 400 free S6s, which I'm excited about. What are you most looking forward to?
I agree. The men's 400 freestyle S6 should be good between Taliesin Glock and Antonio Fontin. I'm wondering again, is China going to get a shutout on the podium in the men's and the 50 butterfly for class S5? Another good one to watch should be the women's 100 backstroke. Ali Truitt's going to go up against Bianca Pop. That should be a very close race. And then you also have a bunch of 100-meter backstrokes later on in the program, which should be good races.
Zhang Yuyan is going to be racing in the women's 400-meter freestyle S6s after the men's go. Certainly some excitement at the start. It might be the longest events that para swimmers face in the pool at the Paralympic Games. But there are so many storylines between the two 400-meter freestyle events. The very first freestyle event of the evening is the men's 400-meter freestyle S6 final. Anders Olsen remains the world record holder. He set that back in Iceland in 2009. His Paralympic Games record stands from Beijing in 2008. 2 Chinese swimmers go in this final, but the battle for the gold, you suspect, is going to be played out between lanes 4 and 5. The Brazilian and the Italian, Taliesin Glock and Antonio Fontin, have had some tremendous battles over the last few years. In the 400s, it's generally Glock who comes out on top. In the 100s, it's generally Fontin who comes out on top. But they have had a few exchanges in the 400, shall we say, in terms of winning and losing. And they both swim the race so differently. Taliesin Glock, because of his impairment, he's entirely on one side. Antonio Fontin has that really long arm reach, and so he's entirely upper body driven. So Taliesin Glock, if at all possible, I would expect him to go out for kind of an early lead and then have Antonio Fontin catch him, but it could go either way. Let's introduce the finalists in the men's 400-meter freestyle S6. I can tell you that although there are 2 Gutierrez brothers in the final, the third Gutierrez brother, Juan Jose, is the first reserve. He did not make the top 8. But going in lane 8 for Colombia is 20-year-old David Rendon. Doesn't usually swim the 400-meter freestyle, but is a 5:20 swimmer over this distance. Only took up para swimming in 2016. And here he is at Paris 2024. in his only event at his first Paralympic Games. Deng Qian of People's Republic of China goes in lane 1, the 26-year-old Asian Para Games champion, 4th at the 2019 World Championships. 7th in Tokyo, he goes in 7 in this final. Raúl Gutiérrez, the oldest of the 3 Gutierrez brothers, at 24, the World Championship bronze medalist last year, 4th at the Pan American Games. Going in lane 2 for China, 5th in Rio was Luo Jinbiao. The 30-year-old goes as the silver medalist in the Asian Para Games. He swam a 5:10 in Hangzhou. A London bronze medalist, yes, representing Cuba and wearing his son's name, Jonathan, on his swim cap. Lorenzo Perez, the 38-year-old, first Cuban to win a Paralympic Games gold medal in the pool when he won the 100 free S6 gold in Rio. Going in lane 3, and his Paralympic Games debut is 17-year-old Jesus Gutierrez, 5th at the last World Championships. Antonio Fantin, the Tokyo silver medalist, aiming for gold in Paris again after the 100 title that he has already won. A 3-time world champion, but silver in 2023. He was beaten by this man, the reigning world champion, Thaleson Glock. The 29-year-old represents Brazil and goes in the center lane, lane 4. Tokyo gold after 4th in Rio. The Pan American Games champion. This is going to be tremendous, I suspect. The Gutierrez brothers are always challenging for a podium place. Glock and Fantin should be the 2 who battle for gold. Perez is turning back the years, known more for his 100 meters. Now 38, nearly 39, wearing his son's name on his swim cap. Jonathan, who's a non-para swimmer for Cuba. Hush descends on the venue ahead of the start of this tie. 8 swimmers to go 8 lengths of the pool. The older of the Gutierrez brothers, Raúl, with a big breath before stepping up towards the blocks. Readies himself for the final. Fantin will start in the water. Won't get as much off the walls either. Getting away nicely in lane 3, Jesus Gutierrez off to a tremendous start. The bronze medalist at the Pan American Games, with Thaleson Glock off the blocks into the water and has got an advantage already. Fantin will not allow him to get away, you suspect, in this final. But 8 lengths of the pool to come in this 400-meter freestyle S6 final. Glock against Fantin. That is the matchup, effectively the jewel in the pool. These two have had some tremendous battles over the last few years. Glock came out on top of the last World Championships, though. Fantin before that at the World Championships, the European champion Fantin, and got the better of Glock in the 100 as well. Yeah, he did, and this is the 400, so this is 8 lengths of the pool. It's the longest event that this classification has. Glock went out hard. He went out relatively hard this morning. Fantin really took it easy, and we know he has something left in the tank. Already, Glock, and this is what we expected, he's gone out quickly. Fantin, though, trying to run him down. Glock's going to have the advantage on every single wall, but Fantin has the advantage once they get into the stroke, and now they're out a lot faster than they were this morning already, so looking strong. So Glock will get a little more off the walls, bear in mind, than Fantin, but Fantin has got the use of both of his arms, and in the stroke is really quick. Looking for a place on the podium is Jesus Gutierrez, the 17-year-old, the youngest of the 3 Gutierrez brothers. He's got himself in 3rd at the moment, ahead of Lorenzo Perez of Cuba. The battle for 5th between Deng and Luo, who swim alongside one another in lanes 1 and 2, and then Raúl Gutierrez and David Rendon a little further behind. But the top 2 have pulled away, and then Jesus Gutierrez and Lorenzo Perez battling for 3rd. Glock and Fantin separated by less than a second at the 150. They are, and you can see what's happening at every single wall. Fantin is just starting to catch Glock, but then Glock goes into the turn, and Fantin has to catch him again, and so right now Glock he has to make sure that as they approach the wall, he's not letting Fantin get too close to him, because otherwise Fantin is just going to soar past him. Fantin, though, has got some very fast times over the last year. He's swum 2 4:48s. including that European Championships victory that he won in 4:48.71 in the build-up to Paris 2024. Man who started para-swimming as a 4-year-old for rehabilitation and then got into it seriously, Fantine. It's Glock who leads again into the back half of this race. But Fantine will not let Glock get away from him. He stays within striking distance, putting a little distance between himself and the swimmer behind him at the moment is Jesus Gutierrez, who's got himself in third. And again, back with the leaders. Fantine just not allowing Glock to get away. Now, we're entering the final 150 meters now. And this is where we're going to build up to a potential move from one of these two swimmers.
Right, Fantine at the end, right? So Glock is going to go in. He's going to have the advantage on the turn. Fantine needs to be closer to him. During every single 50, Fantine basically builds it, and then he starts to catch Glock's shoulder, but then Glock pushes off, and he's past him again. Fantine, though, has the speed. We know he has the speed because he won the 100. So now as they get into the last 100, Fantine needs to get up with Glock, and then if he's going to take the lead, it's going to be right here.
Taliesin Glock is the kind of swimmer, though, that when he gets into a lead with the final 100, he's not likely to let himself lose from that position. He's genuinely going to need to be challenged by Fantine, who's going to need to leave it all in the pool if he is going to somehow claim victory over Taliesin Glock, who's just starting to pull away now. He's a good 1.5 body lengths in front of Fantine, whose stroke rate is quickening. Taliesin Glock, that kick rate is quickening as well as he looks to push in his Tokyo defense in Paris.
It is, and it does look like Glock is pulling ahead. Fantine no longer able to catch him at the end. He hasn't built these 50s fast enough. He would have needed to close the gap sooner because Glock, here we go, he's going to have the advantage again.
Taliesin Glock has built a commanding lead and he enters the final 50 well in front of Antonio Fantine, the 100-meter freestyle champion. Fantine's got closing speed. Has Glock got enough in the tank still to close out this race, though? He's not likely to get beaten from this sort of position, but anything can happen when Fantine is in the pool. I can tell you that Jesus Gutierrez has got himself into bronze medal position at the moment. Is looking to close that out ahead of Tang Qian, who's come back. Speaking of comebacks, Antonio Fantine is driving to the wall. Taliesin Glock is breathing to his right and won't be able to see him coming. He'll have a sense of it maybe, but it's got to be Glock to the wall for gold and defends his Tokyo title. He beats Fantine in the 400 free S6 final. He's golden again. Taliesin Glock is champion at Paris 2024 in the 400 free. The reigning world champion, the Pan American Games champion, claims a second successive 400 freestyle gold ahead of Fantine. Gutierrez Jesus on the podium on his Paralympic Games debut. Touching now is his brother Raul. Lorenzo Perez touches 7th and Rendon 8th, but Glock is your champion at 4:49.55. Oh yes, he swam a smart race.
He did. I didn't realize how close it was though right until the end, and they only touched apart by about 0.4 of a second. Fantine really closed.
So in the end, it is Glock over Fantine, but not by much.
No.
Within half a second, they finish over 400 meters.
But you have to wonder, did Fantine save it for too late? Because he had remarkable closing speed on Glock. If he had another 10 meters, that race might have been his. Glock led this race the entire way, and every single 50, Fantine would build up to it, and then Glock would turn and he'd push off ahead again. And so Fantine kept having to chase him down. And then we knew he had this closing speed, so Glock had to get far enough ahead that Fantine couldn't run him down and would run out of room that last 50, and that's exactly what happened here.
It's a victory for the Americas as well, as they have the gold over the Europeans, as Glock beats Fantine. And they're so far ahead. This is significant. Jesus Gutierrez, who finished 3rd, was nearly 18 seconds back of Taliesin Glock, who touched in 4:49.55. And that's what it means. It's his second gold at the Paralympic Games. And his 4th medal in 4 events. at Paris 2024. Taliesin Glock defends his Tokyo title in 4:49.55, less than half a second ahead of Antonio Fantini of Italy, and Jesus Gutierrez takes bronze. This is the final of the women's 400 freestyle S6. Zhang Yuyan is the world record holder and will go in 4. She is the Paralympic Games record holder from victory in Tokyo. And the defending champion goes in the center lane. Nora Meister of Switzerland, seeking further success for Switzerland in the pool after Leo McRae's gold already at Paris 2024 in the pool. Macy Summers-Newton will be seeking further success for Great Britain as well. Let's introduce the finalists who go in this women's 400-meter freestyle S6 final. Going in lane 8 and representing People's Republic of China, the 19-year-old Zhu Ji, the Asian Para Games silver medalist in Hangzhou. Swam just outside 6 minutes in the lead up to Paris 2024. Arianna Talamona goes for Italy in lane 1. The 30-year-old who started para swimming as an S7, then classed down to an S5, now at S6. She was 6th at the European Championships. Going for China in lane 7 is Zhang Li, the 26-year-old former S5 swimmer, classed up since Tokyo as well. Bronze at the Asian Para Games, 9-time Paralympic Games medalist, 7-time champion. Evelyn Saras goes for Hungary in lane 2, the 19-year-old from Budapest, 5th at the 2022 and 6th at the 2023 World Championships, 5th at the European Championships in April. 8th in Tokyo was Laila Suzigan Abache. The Brazilian goes in lane 6, 2022 World Championship silver medalist, 5th in Manchester last year, but 1 Para-Pan American Games gold. 4th in Tokyo was Macy Summers-Newton. In her 2 events in Paris, she's won gold and gold. The 2022 World Champion, silver last year in Manchester, silver at the European Champs as well. Going for Switzerland in lane 5 is Nora Meister, the bronze medalist from Tokyo, bronze at the last 3 World Championships. The European champion. But going in lane 4 is the world record holder, the defending champion, the 2-time and reigning world champion, an Asian Para Games gold medalist. She won this in Hangzhou as one of her 7 titles at the last Asian Para Games. 9 times a Paralympic Games medalist, 7 times a champion. There are few who would bet against Zhang Yuyan in the pool in any event, and this is one of her best.
I think that's right. If anyone is going to challenge her, potentially it could be Macy Summers-Newton, who's swimming. She's swimming closer times, and she's doing well. But Zhang, I mean, I was watching her 400 freestyle from Tokyo the other day, going against Mareshko. I mean, that was really fast.
Great. Elizaveta Mareshko, now retired. Macy Summers-Newton going in lane 3 for Great Britain. China's Zhang Yuyan in 4, Nora Meister of Switzerland in 5. Continental champion of Europe, continental champion of the Americas is Laila Suzigan Abache, goes in 6. All but 3 of the swimmers start from inside the water. Summers-Newton will get something from the start, certainly the 2022 world champion, although the start in the 400 freestyle perhaps not as critical as it is in a 50-meter freestyle, but Zhang Yuyan already showing some speed in the opening meters of the 400-meter freestyle S6. Bear in mind, 8 lengths of the pool in this freestyle event. Zhang Yuyan looks very settled already into her stroke as Meister and Summers-Newton look to go some way back of her, but staying within striking distance.
Yeah, they're going to have a very difficult time, though, staying with someone like Zhang Yuyan. She's going to use that left side the entire way to power her way through. She's already turned. She's out quickly here, and Macy Summers-Newton, Nora Meister already dropping back to 2nd and 3rd, and Zhang has the lead by a considerable margin.
Considerable is right. Zhang Yuyan is leading by a handful of body lengths to 75 meters in the pool of this women's 400-meter freestyle S6. She's a dominant swimmer. She can win this race by several seconds, but she's looking to lay down that early lead and maybe then just try to swim out with a few solid lengths after this. Out in 34 Zhang Yuyan, she comes to the 100 now and touches in 1:12.71, so that a 38-second last 50, and might just settle from here into 38.39s if she's to maintain this kind of pace.
And I suspect she wants to go after her world record here. I mean, that world record in Tokyo, she was racing Mereshko the entire way. Right now, she doesn't have anybody pushing her, but she does have clean water to the left and to the right. And now behind her, there is a major race going on between Macy Summers-Newton and Nora Meester. The battle is on for that silver.
Yeah, Meister's lost out at the last 3 World Championships. She did win at the European Championships as Summers-Newton finished silver, and Meister ended up on top of the podium in that championship in April. And Meister touches just ahead of Summers-Newton at the 150 here. Zhang is well and away the Tokyo gold medalist. And Meister bronzes at the last 3 World Championships, behind Summers-Newton, who was champion in 2022, silver medalist in 2023, who beat the Swiss star. But this is Zhang Yuyan controlling the race from start to finish.
She is, and Zhang, actually it looks like she's tiring a bit. We're approaching the 200, so that's going to be the halfway point. And even though she's so much farther ahead of everyone else, she actually just fell off world record pace by a bit during that 50. And you can see her stroke rate is starting to tire a bit. She's entirely on that one side. I don't think Macy Summers-Newton and Nora Meester are going to be able to close a gap like that because Zhang is still so much faster. But in terms of setting her own world record, it is going to be tough for Zhang to come back from something like that when she is all by herself.
Maybe we should look at the way her program is laid out. In Hangzhou at the Asian Para Games, she swam 8 events. She won 7 of them fairly comfortably. So far in Paris, she has swum 7 events. This is her 7th event. She has won 5 of them, and she's still got 1 event to come, the 100 backstroke on day 10 of competition. So she'll have 8 in total in Paris. It's a heavy program for any swimmer, but we expect so much because of the sheer brilliance that she continues to deliver on the grand global stage. And here she is on the Paralympic Games stage as that battle intensifies between Meister and Summers-Newton. It's the Swiss star who's pulling just ahead of Summers-Newton now.
And they are closing the gap a bit on Zhang. I still don't think it's going to be enough for them to chase her down. She's such a dominant swimmer. And we know she can sprint that last 100, so it's going to be tough. But Nora Meester has now gone way ahead of Macy Summers-Newton. And you have to wonder, does she realize that Zhang is tiring?
So the Swiss star touches at the 300, 100 meters to go now in this 400 freestyle S6 classification. Zhang still leading the way. And after an initial 34 out and 38 back, she's been swimming 39s and 40s. Meister is picking up the tempo rather significantly, and Zhang Yuyan is being reeled in by the Swiss swimmer. Macy Summers-Newton as well is up the kick rate and the stroke rate significantly, but still finds herself well behind the Swiss star. Zhang Yuyan has got a commanding lead, but Meister is closing.
Zhang Yuyan now flips to go into the 50. She's got the advantage off the wall. Nora Meester is comfortably in second. Summers-Newton trying to power her way home, but Nora Meester trying to close that gap with Zhang, but Zhang is way too far ahead now.
25 meters to go in the pool for Zhang Yuyan. Is it going to be gold medal number 6 at Paris 2024? In terms of the most successful swimmers, it's Ihard Boki and Zhang Yuyan who have 5 golds each as it stands. But mere meters away from claiming gold number 6 at Paris 2024 is Zhang Yuyan of People's Republic of China. She comes to the wall now and touches for gold, defends her title from Tokyo. She's still only 19 and she's an 8-time Paralympic Games champion and a 10-time medalist. Meister takes silver and Summers-Newton's on the podium with bronze. Well back is Suziana Bacha of Brazil, who will touch for 4th. The battle between Zhang and Saras will come to a head in the closing 50 meters as they aim to touch 5th between them. But Zhang Yuyan has her 6th gold medal at Paris 2024 in 7 events and is now the most successful swimmer in the pool at these Paralympic Games. Zhang goes to 5th with a 5:45. Talamona touches 5:49, 6th. Saras comes home now in 5:57, just behind Xu. Meister can celebrate a Swiss success in the pool to go with Leo McRae's gold in the breaststroke. She has silver in the 400 freestyle S6. But Zhang effectively held on to that lead from the opening 100.
She did. I mean, here she is. She's already out in front after the start. She was out first at the 50. She continued this dominant lead all the way through. Zhang, though, she tired a lot during that back half. The stroke rate started to come down a little bit. She looked like she was tiring. And Nora Meister had the swim of her life in this 400. I mean, she was so far back and ended up closing it to only 4 seconds, way ahead of Macy Summers-Newton in that red cap, who finished with a comfortable third at 5:21. And Zhang defending her title to go 5:12.07. But remember, Zhang's world record is 5:04. So you know how much she tired there.
Zhang's success rate, though, is remarkable. She's 19, she's at her second games, and she's already an 8-time Paralympic Games champion and a 10-time medalist. Yes, #1. She's now got 6 gold medals at Paris and tops the medal standings in terms of individual successes in the pool. 5:12.07 wins it for Zhang Yuyan, who is champion ahead of Nora Meister. Macy Summers-Newton with bronze for Great Britain. This is the final of the men's 50-meter butterfly S5. Zhang Tao, the world record holder, 30.62. He swam on his way to victory at Tokyo 2020. He does not go in this final. Instead, 3 compatriots are looking to sweep, but Samuel da Silva de Oliveira of Brazil is aiming to deny the People's Republic of China a sweep for a 4th time at Paris 2024. Going in lane 8, Siazbek Daliev, 5th in Tokyo, the 33-year-old, goes for Kazakhstan. 2022 World Championships bronze medalist. He was 6th at the Asian Para Games. 4th in Tokyo, 37-year-old Yaroslav Semenenko goes in lane 1 for Ukraine. Former World Championships silver medalist, now 37. 35.55 in the preliminaries. Japan's Hinata Kaede, just 19, World Championship silver medalist 2 years ago, 6th in Manchester last year, 4th at the Asian Para Games, goes in 7. His compatriots, just 20. Tanaka Eigo goes in lane 2, 5th at the 2022 Asian Para Games, 5th at the last World Championships as well for Tanaka. The Rio bronze medalist and Tokyo silver medalist Wang Liqiao looks for gold, as he did at the Asian Para Games when he swam sub 31 seconds to claim the title. Going in lane 3 on his Paralympic Games debut is Samuel da Silva de Oliveira, the 19-year-old 2-time and reigning world champion, the Parapan American Games gold medalist, looking to upset China's potential sweep. Tokyo bronze medalist Yuan Weiyi at 24 goes in lane 5, the 2023 World Championship bronze medalist and Asian Para Games bronze medalist. But this man has been remarkable, peerless, so very impressive on his debut at the Paralympic Games. 23-year-old Guo Jicheng from China. 5 medals in Paris, including 50 free and relay golds in world record time on day 8. The 2023 World Championship silver medalist behind the Brazilian who goes alongside him. He won silver behind Wang Liqiao at the Asian Games, but he's gone over a second quicker already since then. China seeking a sweep. De Oliveira aiming to upset that domination. 1 length of the pool in butterfly on this S5 classification. Guo Jicheng starts in 4, having qualified quickest. Not the best of starts from Guo Jincheng, usually so explosive off the blocks, but his underwater is excellent. So too a good start for Samuel da Silva de Oliveira of Brazil, the 19-year-old at his debut games. He's right up there with Guo Jincheng, but Jincheng through the opening 25 meters will start to power his way towards the wall. Is he going to challenge the world record here of the great Zheng Tao? He looks to be ahead of pace at the moment, but Yuan Weiyi is coming back at him. So too is Wang. It looks like China are going to have another sweep in the S5 classification, and it's going to be Guo Jincheng in world record time. 30.28 seconds, claims another gold spectacularly. He breaks Zheng Tao's world record in the final in Paris. Champion of the men's 50 fly S5, powering his way to the wall so brilliantly. Guo Jincheng, can you celebrate any other way? Onto the lane rope he goes. His last 3 races have yielded 3 golds in world record time. Four golds now in Paris, 2 silvers. That is splendid.
I can't believe he beat Zheng Tao's world record. That was amazing. 30.2. He didn't just beat it, he smashed it. He took 3/10 off the world record there. I mean, that was explosive.
Well, 30.28 wins it for Guo.
And
As China sweep again.
He didn't even have the best reaction time. He had some ground to make up against Yuan Weiyi and Wang Liqiao, but look at the underwater from Guo Jincheng. He's so powerful. And then already the Chinese swimmers blow past Oliveira, who at one point I thought was maybe going to try and challenge them, but he just could not keep up with their kick. Look at this, it's so dominant. And then Guo smashes into the touchpad.
World record time, 4th for the Brazilian. A 32.33, very respectable time for da Silva de Oliveira. Guo Jincheng concludes his Paris 2024 with a 4th gold medal and a 6th medal overall, again in world record time. We were talking about the world records of Zheng Tao in Tokyo, it seems like just yesterday, and talking about how they are unlikely to be broken for years to come. They were so quick. Guo Jincheng.
I would say we were wrong.
Yeah, Guo Jincheng has just blown every comment we made in Tokyo out of the water. 30.28 world record time, takes gold ahead of Yuan and Wang. This is the final of the women's 50-meter butterfly S5. He Shengao is the world record holder. She didn't set that though, swimming in an S5 classification race. She swam it swimming a class up in Hangzhou at the Asian Para Games. She finished 3rd in the race, swimming against S6s, but smashed the world record, 39.32, to better Lu Dong's mark, who finished 6th in that same race, incidentally, in Hangzhou. Lu Dong goes in lane 4, having qualified quickest though. Chen Jiao in lane 6 for China. 2 from Turkey in this race. Chiretti of Italy, Otom of Philippines, and Rodriguez of Brazil go in the final as well. Introducing the finalists in the women's 50 fly S5. The 21-year-old Sumaya Boyachi goes for Turkey in lane 8, 3rd at the European Championships. She was disqualified at the last World Championships. More of a backstroker, though, is Boyachi. Stephanie Rodriguez, the Pan American Games gold medalist, 5th at the last World Championships. The 25-year-old goes in lane 1 for Brazil. Giulia Giretti continues to be a contender at the age of 30. The Rio bronze medalist goes in 7. Former World Championship bronze medalist, European Championship silver medalist. Going in lane 2 for Philippines, Angel Mayotom, the 21-year-old, 6th at the last World Championships. He was 7th at the Asian Para Games. China's Cheng Jiao goes in lane 6, the 30-year-old Tokyo bronze medalist, 4th at the last World Championships, 6th, as I mentioned, in the S6 class at the Asian Para Games. Sevilay Öztürk goes for Turkey in lane 3, 5th in Tokyo after finishing 8th in Rio as a 12-year-old. You may remember, 3-time World Championship medalist, including bronze in 2023. Relay gold medalist in 50 backstroke silver here. Sheng Ao goes in lane 5, the 19-year-old World Championship silver medalist and world record holder. Lu Dong, the London silver medalist, the Tokyo gold medalist, the defending champion, the reigning world champion, the former world record holder, 9 times a Paralympic Games medalist, 7 times a champion at the Paralympic Games. She was well off her time at the Asian Para Games. He Sheng Ao took full advantage, swimming in class up. Broke the world record, 39.32. Are we going to see another sub 40-second race in this final? And can anybody do anything to upset another China sweep in the S5 classifications?
That'll be tough. You got world record holder He Sheng Ao, Paralympic record holder Lu Dong, and Cheng Jiao. Someone who might be in there, though, is Öztürk. I wouldn't count her out.
There she is. Fond memories of the 12-year-old at Rio who made the final. She's the reigning European champion and goes in lane 3. Lu Dong, the defending champion in 4 and quickest qualifier, world record holder in 5.
Take your marks.
Cheng starts from in the water, does lose a lot at the start, but comes back really strong. Now He Sheng Ao and Lu Dong side by side. It looks to be Lu leading the way. Otom has started really well, but might fade in the closing stages. The Philippines youngster, but Sevilay Öztürk, the 20-year-old alongside her, is looking to build into a race. Cheng is a long way back, but do not discount her. The pace of this race looks absolutely unbelievable. Lu Dong and He Sheng Ao, they are well set to go sub 40 seconds in this race. Lu Dong is not letting her anywhere near the front of this race. Lu Dong has got it under control. She's got to come to the wall, and it's going to be in a massive world record time. Lu Dong is champion again in world record time, 38.17 ahead of her, and Öztürk upsets the Chinese domination as she claims a place on the podium for Turkey. Sevilay Öztürk, the bronze medalist, but a 38.17 wins gold for Lu Dong. Her 4th gold medal in Paris. Her 9th gold medal at the Paralympic Games. World record time.
Now, Lu Dong took almost a second off of this world record that was held by He Sheng Ao, swimming right next to her, and here the two of them are just battling this entire way, but Lu Dong not giving anything to He Sheng Ao. Now, what was interesting here is Öztürk also at the top of the screen in this white cap here. She was well behind the two leaders, but she was also in a battle. Cheng Jiao closed really quickly. Cheng Jiao was way behind at the start and came back from nowhere, but Öztürk managing to keep China off of the podium in that 3rd place, and she came in 43.70. So a very respectable swim for Öztürk to claim the 3rd, the bronze.
I think what most blows me away about this is that He Sheng Ao would have taken nearly half a second off her own world record. And she touched nearly a full second behind Lu Dong.
That's a big night for China.
It's a 50-meter. You don't break a world record by nearly 1.2 seconds, but Lu Dong has done exactly that. 38.17. Lu Dong takes gold ahead of He Sheng Ao. Öztürk of Turkey 3rd. This is the final of the men's 100-meter backstroke S10. Maxim Kripak, the great Ukrainian, now retired. 57.19 his world record stands at from his victory in Tokyo. Two Dutch swimmers, two Italian swimmers, as the fastest qualifiers will be challenged by Japan, Australia, Ukraine and Canada in the wider lanes. The only swimmer, though, to go sub 60 seconds in qualifying was Van der Voort of Netherlands, who will go in lane 4. Going in lane 8 for Canada is Alexander Elliott. Alec Elliott, to most of his friends, the 28-year-old World Championship bronze medalist 2 years ago. A 1:04.41 he swam in qualifying. Going for Japan in lane 1 is Minai Akito, the 21-year-old. Only swam fly and free in Tokyo, but developed his breast and backstroke to be competitive in the IMs, and here he is in the backstroke final. Paralympic Games debut for Igor Nimchenko. It's been a good one, though. Also a bronze medalist at the last World Championships in this event. Finished 5th, though, at the Europeans. But silver in the 100 fly here already. Thomas Gallagher, the 25-year-old three-time Paralympic Games medalist. 2 of them in Paris, including his only gold in the 50 free here. Going in lane 6 for Italy is Riccardo Menciotti, 4th in Tokyo. He has never won an individual medal at the Paralympic Games. 3-time World Championship medalist, silver at the last World Championships and Euro Championship bronze. Bas Takken goes for Netherlands in lane 3, 5th in Tokyo. The 25-year-old was 4th at the European Championships. A 1:01 swimmer. He went 1:03 in qualifying. Tokyo silver medalist behind Kripak in world record time was Stefano Raimondi. The 26-year-old is now the 2-time and reigning world champion. Silver at the European Championships, though. The man who goes in lane 4 was the Rio silver medalist, Olivier van der Voort. The man who lived in Vietnam and Indonesia growing up before returning to Netherlands. Former World Championship silver medalist. But he came out of retirement in 2023 and has started to post very competitive times. He went 58.24 at the last European Championships to win after a 6-year break from swimming.
And he went 58.34 during the prelim session, which was a lot faster than anybody else. The next fastest qualifier was Stefano Raimondi, who went 1:02, but I think Raimondi was taking it easy this morning.
Raimondi and Barlam of Italy both have a tendency to swim a little slower in their heat, shall we say. Sometimes swim from wider lanes come final time, but they are very happy to attack the finals races, as they should be. There's Elliott of Canada, who goes in 8. Alongside him, Nimchenko, Menciotti in 6, Raimondi in 5. Van der Voort goes in 4, Takken in 3, Gallagher in 2, and Minai of Japan in 1. Competitors at the referee's whistle plunge into the pool. This is the backstroke. All competitors will start from inside the pool. The men's 100-meter backstroke S10 final. 2 from Netherlands, 2 from Italy in the middle lanes. Van der Voort didn't have the best of starts. Watch the underwater, though, of Raimondi. Once he gets into his stroke, though, Van der Voort is very quick. Raimondi and Menciotti, my word, do the Italians know how to do it underwater.
Yeah, they really do.
They are flying through 25 meters. Only Elliott is anywhere near to them. And Gallagher now is making a push from lane 2. But Van der Voort and Takken will be coming back, and Van der Voort in his stroke is already challenging to lead at the 50.
That's right. Van der Voort is going to touch first at the 50, but watch the underwater from Raimondi and Menciotti. Oh, that was so great. It put him right next, shoulder to shoulder with the Dutch swimmer, now on their second 50.
It's going to be an all-out battle here for Raimondi in the closing 50 meters, because Van der Voort has shown some incredible closing speed. He did this at the European Championships a few months ago, where Raimondi was unable to keep up despite being the reigning world champion. Raimondi, though, is managing to hold on. He's still within striking distance. Is it going to be a fairy tale for Van der Voort or Raimondi? It's Van der Voort's fairy tale that comes true. Bronze goes to Gallagher of Australia brilliantly. He claims his 3rd medal in Paris. But Raimondi with silver behind Van der Voort as they both go 59s. 8 years ago, he was a bronze medalist in Rio, decided to step away from the sport for over 6 years. He came back last year, and he's champion in Paris. Raimondi, for the second successive games, is a silver medalist. How did Gallagher out-touch Minciotti? I mean, that close from Gallagher was something else. I was so busy watching Van der Voort and Raimondi that Gallagher snuck in for bronze just ahead of Minciotti. Sensational.
And here's the start. I mean, watch the Italians off of the start. This is like, it's beautiful. And then Van der Voort comes in. He's behind them, manages to touch first at the 50. Again, watch the underwater from Raimondi and Minciotti, both of them with that underwater fly kick. They use it and go as far as they possibly can. The Dutch swimmer, though, he had just enough of a lead at this point, and he snuck in there to go 59.04, which is a little slower than he went in prelims. They were both well off the world record set by Kripak, but Van der Voort coming in first, Raimondi just behind him, 59.29, and Gallagher with that beautiful third place finish.
Yeah. This was tight, close. Separated by a quarter of a second here. Van der Voort. It's a fairy tale comeback for the Dutch swimmer. So Van der Voort ahead of Raimondi. Gallagher with a brilliant bronze, a 101.34, out-touching Minciotti by 0.12 of a second. 59.29 for Raimondi, who claims silver behind Olivier Van der Voort, who takes gold in 59.04 in the 100 back S10. This is the final of the women's 100-meter backstroke S10. Summer Mortimer, who swam for both Canada and Netherlands, has both the world record and the Paralympic Games record. She set the Paralympic Games record in London in her only games in 1:05, and the world record 1:05.86 in 2015. Two Canadians go in this final, so two from France. Australia, Netherlands, USA and Hungary also represented, but Hungary and USA will fancy titles in this race. Going in lane 8 and representing Australia, the 19-year-old was 4th in Tokyo, Jasmine Greenwood, 7th in Manchester at the 2023 World Championships. She's improved her stroke to help her as an IM swimmer. Aurélie Rivard, already 50 bronze, 100 free silver and 400 free gold here. 2 times the World Championship medalist in this event, going in 1. Lisa Krieger, the Tokyo bronze medalist, goes for Netherlands in lane 7, the 24-year-old 2019 World Champion, silver medalist last year and European Championship silver medalist. 4 successive Paralympic Games finals in this event for Anel Roulet, who goes in 2 for France, the 28-year-old 3 times the World Championships medalist, including bronze in 2023. Another French swimmer goes in lane 6, Emeline Pierre, already having won 100-meter freestyle gold here. 2017 World Championship bronze medalist, 4th at the last European Championships after being 4th at the World Championships in Manchester. Katie Cosgrove goes for Canada in lane 3, the 18-year-old, 5th at the last World Championships and already has 100 fly bronze here. Alexandra Ali Truitt goes for USA in lane 5, the 24-year-old 400-meter freestyle silver here in her first Paralympic Games. And alongside her in lane 4, the Tokyo gold medalist after Rio silver, Bianca Papp goes for Hungary in lane 4. The 24-year-old is 3-time and reigning world champion. She is the European champion and she's a 6-time Paralympic Games medalist. Well, there is much anticipation ahead of this race owing to the 2 French swimmers who go in the final. 2 from Canada, 2 from France. But it's Hungary and USA They will fancy a gold medal battle. Cosgrove do not discount her from that gold medal battle, and Pierre seems inspired. Greenwood and Krieger go in the wider lanes.
But also watch Ali Truitt. She's got that phenomenal stroke speed. Bianca Papp, obviously the first to qualify, but Truitt, watch that back half.
So Truitt. So Bianca Papp, as the defending champion, goes in lane 4, having qualified quickest in a 1:08.60. This is the final of the women's 100-meter backstroke S10. Despite being only 28, Aurélie Rivard has decades of experience in this, and she's going to be in front when she pops up when they're underwater. Can she keep competitive in the stroke, though? Katie Cosgrove looks really good. So too does Emilie Pierre of France. At the moment, Papp and Truitt are some way back, but once they get into their strokes, they'll be challenging certainly for the lead, maybe even at the 50.
Yeah, and watch Pierre. She had that powerful underwater. She's got the support of the French crowd behind her. She's looking good, but she's starting to fade. Here comes Papp and Truitt. They're going to touch 1-2 at the 50, I think.
Separated by 0.3 of a second, the top three. Papp ahead of Pierre, ahead of Truitt. Off the wall, though, it's a little good for Bianca Papp ahead of Pierre, but Pierre is coming back. Who's got the closing speed? You've got to believe that Bianca Papp, given her tremendous record, has got enough in the closing stages. Katie Cosgrove has been excellent so far for Canada as well at these games, despite being only 18 and lacking some of the experience of the swimmers around her. Can she swim into a medal position? Truitt and Pierre are battling for second, but it looks to be Papp who's going to come to the wall first and claim another gold for Hungary. It is Papp who takes gold ahead of Truitt, with bronze to Pierre, who's on the podium for France, to the delight of the fans in La Défense Arena. Bianca Papp defends the title that she won in Tokyo after silver in Rio. The three-time reigning world champion is champion again in this event. After bronze in the 400 free and a few disappointing results thereafter, she's claimed gold in her favorite event. Truitt almost ran her down. That was sensational
really
from Truitt. A 1:08 for Truitt. Papp needed to go sub 1:08 to win this, you feel, and she did. 1:07.97.
But I honestly think if Ali had 20 more meters, that race would have been hers. And here's the start. Bianca Papp did not get out to the best start. I would say the best start went to Emilie Pierre from France, who had the tremendous underwater, and that allowed her to stay. Then you saw the turn. It was really Papp, Truitt, and Pierre, all of them turning together. Pierre, again, with this tremendous underwater. She uses it. Truitt lost a little bit of something at the wall, and then at the very end it was Papp just hanging on by a fingernail, with Truitt really snapping at her.
While Papp and Truitt were closing in on one another, Pierre, Krieger and Cosgrove were having a tremendous battle for the bronze. Look at them, nearly in a line in lanes 3, 6 and 7. Pierre gets there by 0.12 of a second ahead of Cosgrove, who finished 5th. She beats Krieger by 0.02 of a second. So Pierre is on the podium for France for the second time at Paris 2024, takes bronze, but Papp with gold, sub 1:08, a 1:07.97. It's her second gold at the Paralympic Games. Both her golds have come in this event. 1:07.97 wins gold for Bianca Papp. Ali Truitt takes silver, and Emilie Pierre escapes with bronze despite the attentions of Krieger and Cosgrove, who finished within 0.12 of a second of her. Greenwood 6th, Roulet 7th, Rivard 8th in this final. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 400-meter freestyle S6.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 400 mètres nage libre hors S6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 400 meters freestyle S6.
The medalists from Mexico, from Italy and Brazil.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Frédéric Sador, directeur général de l'Agence nationale du sport.
Managing Director of the National Sports Agency.
Managing Director of the National Sports Agency, Frédéric Sador, will present the medals. And he's accompanied by Benoit Jobert, the CEO of Group Optic 2000.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant le Mexique.
Bronze medalist, representing Mexico,
Jesus Gutierrez is on the podium at his first Paralympic Games. The 17-year-old, the youngest of the three Gutierrez brothers, has finished in the top three. He was top 5 at the last World Championships. He won bronze at the Pan American Games. And on his Paralympic Games debut, he swam superbly to touch in 5:07 and claim bronze.
silver medalist, representing Italy, Fanti.
A man who deserves an enormous amount of credit for the way he was able to push the eventual champion in the closing stages. Antonio Fantin, the three-time world champion, having lost his world championship title to the Brazilian Glock at the last world championships, won the European championships in 4:48 and was looking for something similar in the final. He swam a 4:49.99 by 0.44 of a second. He's silver medalist.
Et champion paralympique, représentant le Brésil.
Taliesin Glock. He finished 4th in Rio in front of his home fans. In Tokyo, he would not be denied. Carved out a lead through 300 and would not relinquish it. It was a similar story in Paris. Through 300, he had a commanding lead. Fantin was closing fast in the closing meters by 0.44 of a second. Taliesin Glock defends his Tokyo title, 4:49.55, and has his second gold at the Paralympic Games. Both those golds have come in this event, the 400 freestyle S6.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Brazil.
The medalists in the men's 400-meter freestyle S6, Jesus Gutierrez with bronze for Mexico, Italy's Antonio Fantin has silver, and Taliesin Glock of Brazil is champion.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 400-meter freestyle S6.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 400 mètres nage libre femme S6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for women's 400 meters freestyle S6.
Veuillez accueillir le médaillé.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Fabien Poitier, président directeur général d'Alliance France.
CEO of Allianz France.
The medals will be presented by Fabien Watley, the CEO of Allianz France.
Madame Catherine Lastoni, adjointe au maire de Montigny-les-Bretonneux, Finances et Transition écologique.
Deputy Mayor of Montigny-les-Bretonneux, Finance and Ecological Transition.
And he'll be accompanied by Catherine Bastoni.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant la Grande-Bretagne.
The bronze medalist representing Great Britain is Macy Summers Newton.
Médaillé d'argent, représentant la Suisse.
Silver medalist, representing Switzerland, Nora Meister.
The silver medalist representing Switzerland is Nora Meister. gold medalist representing the People's Republic of China is Zhang Yuyan. She was able to successfully defend her Paralympic title and swim to a 5:12.07 ahead of everyone else to win the gold medal. And this is also Zhang's 6th gold medal in Paris 2024.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Mesdames et messieurs, le médaillé paralympique.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
And here are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 400-meter freestyle S6. The bronze goes to Great Britain's Macy Summers-Newton. The silver goes to Switzerland's Nora Meister, and the gold goes to the People's Republic of China's Zhang Yuyan.
Alain Lewis Bishop, he'll be going in the next event for Australia. One of two Australians who go in the men's 100-meter butterfly S9 final, which follows momentarily. 9 more events to come in the pool this session. What an event this is set to be, the men's 100-meter butterfly S9. Next event on the program. 8 competitors who go. 2 from Italy, 2 from Australia, China, Ireland, Germany also in the final. This is the final of the men's 100-meter butterfly S9. Will Martin. World record standing at 57.19. These are the 8 competitors who go. 2 from Italy, 2 from Australia, Ireland, Germany, China, and neutral Paralympic athlete Yahor Sholkanau who go in this final. None of the swimmers going sub 60 seconds, but Barlam came close. as the DJ throws down a little Freed from Desire. Deb is dancing, so too around 14,000 people in this venue.
I think you're the only one not dancing.
I have work to do. And besides, nobody wants to see me dancing. It was a gala, I think it was, Freed from Desire. Great little bit of Euro dance that's been celebrated throughout Paris 2024. Going in lane 8 for the men's 100 fly S9 final, Malte Braunschweig of Germany, the 24-year-old at 2023 World Championships bronze medalist, silver at the European Championships this year. His older brother Ole, an Olympian who swam at Paris 2024. Xie goes in lane 1 for People's Republic of China, the 19-year-old into his third final of 4 events at his Paralympic Games debut, 6th at the European Championships as part of his preparation. Ireland's Barry McClements goes in lane 7. The 22-year-old 5th at the last 2 World Championships. He won bronze at the European Championships in April. London bronze, Rio silver, Federico Morlatti of Italy goes in lane 2. The 30-year-old 2019 world champion, 8 times a Paralympic Games medalist. Can he add to that tally here? Team Lewis Bishop is in the house, and Lewis Bishop now enters the 19-year-old in his only event in Paris, making his Paralympic Games debut in this race, and is among the medal contenders going in 6. Jochen Schalkenau goes in lane 3 as a neutral Paralympic athlete, 7th at the European Championships, but well off his times. The 23-year-old has already claimed the 100-meter backstroke title here in Paris. Timothy Hodge was bronze medalist in Tokyo, the 23-year-old bronze at the last 3 World Championships in this event, but won Commonwealth Games gold in 2022 and taken 200 IM gold in Paris already. The man he has to beat, though, is the Tokyo silver medalist, 6-time Paralympic Games medalist, 2-time champion Simone Barlam, 3-time and reigning world champion, European champion in this event. He actually spent a year in Australia too, did Simone Barlam, during his high school learning English and training for the 2017 World Championships, where he went on to claim, amongst others, his first title in this event. But Barlam goes in this final in front of the surgeon who Barlam describes as the man who fixed him in every sense. 14 years after leg surgery in Paris, Barlam has credited Professor Philippe Wicart as saving his leg, and the professor is in the venue tonight. So 2 Australians, 2 Italians in this final. Germany, Ireland, China, and neutral Paralympic athlete Schalkenau, who goes in 3. Braunschweig of Germany in 8. There is the favourites in Barlam. But my word, this is not done and dusted by any stretch of the imagination, and Hodge is swimming well. Bishop is quick. Schalkenau can surprise and is already a champion in Paris. Morlatti twice a champion. McClements absolutely in with a chance of a medal. Great start from Hodge, great start from Schalkenau, who got away well in lanes 5 and 3 respectively, but Barlam into his stroke and looking good. Braunschweig has got an opening 50 that is absolutely excellent, but has he got the back end to be able to be competitive in the closing stages? Watch out for Barlam, who's leading Hodge as it stands.
Right, Barlam, though, he's breathing to his right, so he's not going to be able to see Schalkenau on the way out. And Barlam needs to go ahead of everyone else because he's not going to have the great underwater that the other ones have. Hodge, though, now in second. I'm going to look for him to... he's going to have a great back half here. Well,
26.76 out for Simone Barlam. He is leading the way by over a body length at the moment. He's not quite on world record pace, but it's quick regardless. Barlam is charging to victory here. He's absolutely romping. The battle for the silver, though, is on between Hodge and Schalkenau. Hodge looks to be taking the race to Schalkenau. He's got a very quick finish. Morlatti looking to get on the podium as well. But champion is going to be Simone Barlam of Italy. Touches in 57.99 ahead of Hodge, and Bishop is on the podium as Australia make it 2 and 3 behind Barlam. 57.99, a commanding victory by over 2 seconds from Timothy Hodge, who touches just outside 60 seconds. Morlacki fourth and McClements fifth. Schalkenau, with 25 meters to go, was second. He finished eighth. Lewis Bishop, I don't think he can quite believe it. He was among the medal contenders going in lane 6, the 19-year-old, and in his only event, he picks up bronze despite a very average start, shall we say.
I think I'm a little bit in shock here. I mean, Barlam went out super fast, doesn't have the best start, but once he gets into his stroke, he's untouchable. He breathes to one side, so he can only see half the pool at any given time. Schalkenau, who was very quick and was way up there, all of a sudden just faded. Barlam, like a body length ahead of everyone else. Tim Hodge, who we knew was swimming well, did exactly what we expected him to do. He went 1:00:03, and then Bishop snuck in there for third.
Lewis Bishop, take a bow for that swim. Ahead of Morlacki, ahead of Schalkenau, ahead of McClements. But Barlam, the silver medalist in Tokyo, can celebrate another gold. Simone Barlam in 57.99 takes gold for Italy. Timothy Hodge and Lewis Bishop, both of Australia, in silver and bronze medal positions, denying Italy two on the podium. This is the final of the women's 100-meter butterfly S9. Dame Sophie Pascoe, the world record holder, a 1:02 her time. These are the 8 competitors who go. Christy Riley-Crossley is favourite. She goes in lane 4 ahead of Konkoy, who goes for Hungary in 5, who is the Paralympic Games record holder, set from her victory in Tokyo. Going in lane 8 is Canada's 17-year-old Mary Gibb. She's made the 100-meter backstroke and 200-meter IM finals on her Paralympic Games debut and is an excellent fly stroker. Does she have the back end to contend, though? Liu Ying goes in lane 1 for China, the 24-year-old, second at the European Open Championships in Funchal as part of her Paris prep, her first major medal. Rio gold medalist is Xu Jialing. The 22-year-old is the reigning world champion. The Asian Para Games gold medalist is yet to medal in 4 events in Paris, though. Tokyo silver medalist Lizzie Smith represents United States of America, goes in 2. The 28-year-old won bronze at the 2019 World Championships. She was 4th in Manchester last year. Emily Beecroft goes for Australia in lane 6, the 24-year-old, 2022 World Championship silver, 2023 World Championship bronze. Florian Pulcher goes for Netherlands in lane 3. The 26-year-old was 4th at the 2022 World Championships, but finished 2nd at the European Championships in April. Tokyo gold after Rio bronze. Zofia Konkoy, the 22-year-old, the world champion 2 years ago, the silver medalist in Manchester last year, the European champion currently, the Paralympic Games record holder, 200 IM and 400 free golds here already. But on her Paralympic Games debut, the 37-year-old mother of 3, Christy Riley-Crossley of United States of America, goes as the overwhelming favorite in 4. She's already claimed silver in the 50 free swimming upper class in the S10 classification, 100 free silver, 100 back gold in Paris as well. And it's been a sensational debut for Riley-Crossley. Can she cap it off with victory in the 100 fly S9 final here?
Now, if she goes her time, she should be pretty untouchable. Konkoly may be the only swimmer in this heat who can stay with her. I think Konkoly's Paralympic record of 1:06.55, Riley-Crossley is going to break that or get really close to it.
Getting away well in lane 5 was Konkoy of Hungary. The underwater from Christy Raleigh-Crossley is exceptional. Going well in lane 2 is Smith of USA. Beecroft is looking strong in 6, and Mary Jibb of Canada starts well. But again, has she got the back 50 to be able to be competitive for a podium place? At the moment, it's USA 1 and 2. But Smith is being caught by Konkoy, maybe even Bulcher.
And Conkley's got that strong second half, still out ahead of her. Emily Beecroft from Australia looks good. Raleigh-Crossley out in 32.4. That's about half a second faster than she was out this morning. So she's definitely gunning for that Paralympic record by Conkley. And Conkley battling for second right now.
It is Raleigh-Crossley who is well out in front by 2 body lengths at the moment, ahead of Konkoy, who's got a battle with Bulcher and Beecroft for the silver medal. She's just ahead in that silver medal position. Raleigh-Crossley is being reeled in now by Konkoy, but she's not going to have enough room. Raleigh-Crossley, who survived so much, including brain tumours, her 2 daughters and 1 son are here as she claims gold in Paralympic Games. Record time 1:05.19, ahead of Konkoy, the defending champion. And Beecroft has her first individual Paralympic Games medal after relay gold, silver and bronze over 3 editions. Australia on the podium again, a 1:07.96 for Beecroft. Konkoy with a 1:06.79, but a Paralympic Games record 1:05.19. Raleigh-Crossley is champion in the women's 100 fly S9.
Big swim here from Raleigh-Crossley. You see Conkley gets a little bit more off the start than Raleigh-Crossley, but Raleigh-Crossley went out very fast. She went out 30.2, so it was faster than she went out this morning. She pops up, she's first at the 50 and just really never let that lead go at all. Conkley trying to close in on her just at the end. If she was weak anywhere, it was right at the end there. But she comes into a 1:05.19, takes more than a second off of the Paralympic record, which was held by Sophia Conkley. Conkley goes 1:06.79, and Beecroft sneaks in for bronze with 1:07.96.
Christy Raleigh-Crossley takes gold in Paralympic Games record time, 1:05.19, ahead of defending champion Zofia Konkoy of Hungary, while Emily Beecroft of Australia is on the podium for her first individual Paralympic Games medal, 1:07.96 for the Australian. Xu Jialing, the world champion, a 1:08.83 in the final, touches 5th. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter butterfly S5. China was sweeping a sweep of the medals for a 4th time at Paris 2024. They would not be denied. And indeed, in this event, China won the gold, silver and bronze that take them top of the medal standings. Oh, a little moonwalk there from Yuan Weiyi. He's got moves. Samuel Ducroquet, the ambassador for sport, will present the medals. And he's accompanied by Paris 2024 Finance Deputy Director Julie Lanier. Bronze medalist in Rio, silver medalist in Tokyo, bronze medalist in Paris for the Asian Para Games champion. Wang Liqiao swam a 30.89 seconds for third in a race that saw a world record obliterated. Wang Liqiao on the podium. He's now an 11-time Paralympic Games medalist as he takes bronze in the 50 fly S5.
Silver medalist representing People's Republic of China,
Yuan Weiyi, he can moonwalk and he can swim. Just off the great Zheng Tao's world record of 30.62 coming into this race. Swam 30.71 seconds to finish second. A 7-time Paralympic Games medalist now. It's his second silver to go with 2 golds as well at Paris 2024 for Yuan Weiyi.
Médaillé d'or, le champion paralympique, représentant la République populaire de Chine.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing People's Republic of China, Guo Jincheng.
Guo Jincheng is champion though. For a 4th time at Paris 2024, he claims gold. And yet again, he has smashed the world record. The great Zheng Tao's world record mark stood at 30.62 seconds. He went 30.28 seconds to claim an extraordinary gold. 6 medals in Paris, 2 silvers and 4 gold for Guo Jincheng on his Paralympic Games debut. And 3 of those in world record time. As China now go top of the medal table, ahead of Great Britain.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Mesdames et messieurs, les médaillés paralympiques.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
China sweep in the S5 classification for the men's 50 fly. Guo Jincheng in world record time takes gold ahead of Yuan Weiyi, with Wang Liqiao taking bronze.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 50-meter butterfly class S5. will be presented by Samuel Ducroquet. And he'll be accompanied by Daniel Cortez. The bronze medalist representing Turkey is Sevile Öztürk. The silver medalist representing the People's Republic of China is He Shengao. And the gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the People's Republic of China is Lu Dong. Lu Dong swam to a 38:17, smashing both the world and the Paralympic record.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la République populaire de Chine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the People's Republic of China.
And here are the Paralympic medalists for the 50-meter butterfly, class S5. From Turkey, the bronze medal goes to Sevile Öztürk. The silver medal from the People's Republic of China goes to He Shengao. And the gold medal from the People's Republic of China goes to Lu Dong.
Now for the men's 100-meter backstroke S14 final. Well, the world record was broken in the heats by Ben Hans of Australia. He went 56.52. Somebody who didn't swim overly conservatively in the finals, which is often the case. Come preliminaries, Ben Hans had no trouble going out hard. The defending champion laying down a marker that nobody is likely to match. If he can go anywhere near his qualifying time, Hans has got gold again in this event. There are 3 from Great Britain, 2 from Australia, a Netherlands legend, a Danish swimmer who can cause upsets, and a Brazilian former champion who finds himself a little off his game. Ben Hans will go as favourite though after that world record in the heats, 56.52. Let's meet the finalists then.
Oh. Am I detecting a little dancing?
Let's meet the finalists, shall we? Gabriel Bandeira, let's never mind my dancing, goes in lane 8, the Brazilian Paralympic Games champion, silver at the last 2 World Championships. Going in lane 1 is Mark Evers of Netherlands. 3-time World Championship medalist, including 2013 where he was champion, bronze at the European Championships in his only event in Paris. William Ellard goes for Great Britain in lane 7, silver at the European Championships, 2 golds and a silver so far in Paris. Ricky Bettar goes for Australia in lane 2. He has claimed his first individual medal at Paris 2024. Alexander Hillas has already upset people to claim a title here. The 100 fly gold he snatched. Bronze at the last 2 World Championships. 8th in Tokyo was Louis Lawler, the man from Glasgow, the 2019 World Championship bronze medalist. 6th of the last 2 editions, though, goes in lane 3. Mark Tomset, at just 17, was crowned European champion. He's swimming in his only event in Paris and goes in lane 5. But he's alongside the defending champion, the 2-time and reigning world champion, who took 0.36 of a second off his own world record in the heats. Ben Hans of Australia, the 24-year-old, goes as favourite in lane 4. We can talk about contenders, but I mean, if he swims his time, nobody catches him. It's as simple as that.
I think that's right, but there's still going to be a battle, I think, for silver and bronze, because even though Ben Hans was 56.5, the next fastest qualifier was Tomset with 59.19, but everyone else, you had to go 101 low in order to make the finals. I mean, Bandeira just snuck in there. So gold should go to Hans if he swims his time, and then it's on for silver and bronze.
Louis Lawler, Mark Tomset, and William Ellard go for Great Britain as well. Ellard's having a great time in Paris. 3 medals, including 2 golds. There's Hillas of Denmark, who goes in 6. Champion in the 100 fly. Bronze at the last 2 World Championships. Not unthinkable that he's on the podium, but Hans goes as favourite in lane 4. Bettar will likely go out strong. Swam an excellent 50-meter backstroke in the 200 IM bronze that he claimed. Bettar and Lawler get away really well in lanes 2 and 3. Hans, his reaction time might not have been quite so quick, but I tell you what, when he breaks water after he's underwater, he's nearly in front. Gabriel Bandeira is taking it out hard going in lane 8, but Ben Hans is already leading by half a body length, and he's only extending that advantage as he comes towards the wall at 50. He might be leading by more than a body length.
And Ben Hans is in a class by himself in this 100 backstroke. He's out 27.5, a little bit slower than he was this morning, but all he has to do is finish ahead of the rest of the field, and he will securely have a gold. Bandeira trying to make a move during that first 50.
Bandera with a great turn. William Ellard is alongside him. These two are battling hard in the wider lanes. Ben Hans is absolutely dominating the battle for silver and bronze. Is an intense one because just about everybody in the pool has a chance. He might not be quite on world record pace, but Ben Hans is going to go to a commanding victory and take gold for Australia in lane 4. Bandera's on the podium with silver, and Thompson is a bronze medalist for Great Britain. The 17-year-old European champion on the podium. Hans, though, takes it in 57.04 by over 1.5 seconds from Gabriel Bandera. He was unrelenting, it seemed, in his closing 50. The two-time and reigning world champion. He is on the podium with gold again in this event. And how about Bandera?
I mean, that the winner wasn't shocking. Ben Hans, 57.01. I mean, he set the world record during prelims. Not surprising, he swam to a stunning victory here. But Bandera, who barely made it into this final, he qualified dead last. And he just went a 58.54. He was bronze in what is normally his best event, which is the 100 fly. He didn't even make finals in another, and now he comes back and swims for silver with a 58.54 in this 100 backstroke, just ahead of Thompson, who was 59.2. And here you can see at the wall, Ben Hans by this time was already way ahead of everyone else, but Bandera had a beautiful turn here. He really dives backwards, maximizes his underwater. Ben Hans, beautiful stroke here. Already like a body length ahead of everyone else, and then Bandera just hung on and he closed well. Here's Bandera, way ahead of everyone else here.
Ben Hans with a superb gold, not quite on his world record time as he was in the heats, but Gabriel Bandera touches second, and Mark Thompson is 59.21, good enough for bronze, ahead of Ellard and Hillars, who went sub 60 seconds as well. Better Lawler and Evers just outside the 60-second mark, but Hans is champion again. Ben Hans takes it in 57.04 ahead of Gabriel Bandera, 58.54, and 59.21 sees bronze to Mark Thompson of Great Britain. This is the final of the women's 100-meter backstroke S14. Bethany Firth, the world record holder, 104.05. 3 from Great Britain go in this final. Kinoshita, McTiernan, Chan, Schwarz de Oliveira, and Shabalina, the other competitors who go. Newman Baronius, Steve, and Maskill. It lanes 2, 3, and 4 for the final. Let's meet the finalists. Ana Carolina Schwarz de Oliveira goes in lane 8, the two-time relay bronze medalist at the Paralympic Games, including one here, 4th at the last World Championships, but won gold at the Pan American Games and goes in 8. Going in lane 1 for Japan is Kinoshita Aira, the 18-year-old, 5th at the last World Championships, Asian Para Games silver. 6th in Tokyo, 7th at the last World Championships. The Asian Para Games gold medalist is Chan Yui Lam of Hong Kong, China. Olivia Newman-Baronius goes for Great Britain in lane 2, the 17-year-old who's already claimed relay gold here, but not higher than 4th in any individual event. Madeline McTiernan, Manny McTiernan of Australia goes in 6th, 4th in Tokyo, the 23-year-old from Gold Coast, 8th at the last World Championship. The 21-year-old Megan Neve goes in lane 3 for Great Britain, European Championship silver medalist. This is her only event in Paris. The Tokyo silver medalist is neutral Paralympic athlete Valeria Shabalina. Two-time World Championship silver medalist. The reigning European champion is the 29-year-old. Silver at the last 2 World Championships, though. 19-year-old Poppy Maskill goes in 4 for Great Britain. 2 golds and 2 silvers from 4 events so far in Paris. It's been a wonderful return for Maskill. the 19-year-old who goes in lane 4. Now, while the men's 100 backstroke S14 was fairly clear-cut for the title, this is not quite so.
No, and I do wonder, is Great Britain going to sweep this? We have 3 British swimmers, Olivia Newman-Baronius, Megan Neve, and Poppy Maskell, but the swimmer who's looking to break up that trifecta is Shabalina. She's never one to discount in a final.
Quite right about that. Valeria Shabalina, not only did she win silver in Tokyo, but she's already, from her 3 events here, picked up 3 medals, 2 golds and a bronze. She's a 5-time Paralympic Games champion and 7-time medalist, Shabalina. Difficult to discount in any final. McTernan and Chan as well are quick. Maddie McTernan, who was 4th in Tokyo, just off the podium, and Chan Yui Lam, the Asian Para Games gold medalist, who goes in 7.
Take your marks.
Really good start from Megan Neve, who gets away in lane 3, the European Championship silver medalist. This is her only event, I remind you, in Paris. But Maskell, already into a stroke, is finding herself ahead of Newman-Baronius, but alongside Shabalina in lane 5 as they go through the opening 25 meters. Shabalina is looking to pull away now from the British swimmer alongside her, coming up to the wall at 50, 2 lengths of the pool in backstroke, and Shabalina is leading.
She does seem to have the slight lead. Now the swimmers are out 31.7. That's faster than they were out this morning, not surprising. Maskell with a beautiful turn in underwater there. Tries to make up some ground on Shabalina, but Shabalina is so tough to beat in the finals.
Megan Neve is a little way off her pace at the moment. That's leaving it open for Newman-Baronius potentially to claim the bronze medal here if she can get herself into position. But Shabalina and Maskell are having a battle for the gold. They are well out in front of any other swimmers at the moment. It is Maskell, though, who might have been trailing at the 50, but she's not going to trail at the wall. She's going to touch now and take gold for Great Britain. Maskell ahead of Shabalina, and it is Newman-Baronius on the podium. Great Britain have 2 on the podium. Shabalina denies a sweep. Neve finishes 4th and just off the podium in 109.59, but 105.74 wins it for Poppy Maskell by nearly a second from Shabalina in the end. Poppy Maskell, 5 events, 5 medals, 2 silvers, and now 3 golds.
And here's the start. Shabalina was quick during the first 50. She and Poppy Maskell went out together. They both had great underwaters. Poppy Maskell maybe just trailing Shabalina ever so slightly at the 50. Shabalina always such a good racer during finals, but Poppy Maskell, the last 75 meters, just blew right past Shabalina and ended up beating her by almost a second, which is a lot in 100. Shabalina coming into 106.68, and Newman-Baronius squeezing in there for the bronze at 108.74.
It was fairly comfortable by the 100. Poppy Maskell takes victory in 105.74 ahead of Valeria Shabalina. Olivia Newman-Baronius is on the podium with 108.74. Megan Neve 4th, McTernan 5th, Kinoshita of Japan 6th. There are still 5 finals to come and victory ceremonies interspersed between the races. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter backstroke S10.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 100 mètres d'Europe S10.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters backstroke S10.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Smiling medalists from Australia, from Italy and from Netherlands.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Bob Bulk, membre de l'Ordre paralympique.
Member of the Paralympic Order, Bob Bulk, will present the medals.
Madame Julie Lefebvre, première vice-présidente d'Est Ensemble.
First Vice President of Est Ensemble, Julie Lefebvre, will accompany Bob Bulk.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Australie.
bronze medalist representing Australia, Thomas Gallagher.
Thomas Gallagher came to Paris to swim 3 events. He's medalled in all of them now. The 25-year-old is now a 4-time Paralympic Games medalist. This is his second bronze of Paris 2024, to go with gold in the 50-meter free. While outside 60 seconds, he swam a very good 1:01.34 to touch third.
Médaillé d'argent, représentant l'Italie.
Silver medalist representing Italy, Stefano Raimondi.
It's his 11th medal at the Paralympic Games, Stefano Raimondi. And this is only his second Paralympic Games. To go with his 3 golds in Paris already, it's silver by 0.25 of a second. He touched behind the eventual champion to claim the same medal he secured in Tokyo. The reigning world champion is silver medalist at the Paralympic Games in the 100-meter backstroke S10.
Médaillé d'or, et champion paralympique, représentant les Pays-Bas.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the Netherlands, Olivier van
Champion for the first time in his career at the Paralympic Games is Olivier van der Voort. Silver medalist in Rio. He stepped away from para swimming for some time, but he has returned with a vengeance. He went 59.04 in the final after swimming 58 in the preliminaries. In a battle with Raimondi to the wall, Van der Voort claimed it and secures gold. Van der Voort is champion in the men's 100-meter backstroke S10 classification.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne des Pays-Bas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able. The anthem of the Netherlands.
A 5th gold for Netherlands at Paris 2024. Van der Voort ahead of Raimondi, ahead of Gallagher. Confirming the medalists then, Thomas Gallagher of Australia takes bronze, Stefano Raimondi of Italy has silver, and Olivier van der Voort of Netherlands claims gold.
now the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter backstroke class S10. The medals will be presented by Bob Balk, member of the Paralympic Order, and he'll be accompanied by Majula Adara Diaby. Representing France, the bronze medal goes to Emmeline Pierre. The silver medal goes to Ali Truitt from the United States of America.
So I think winning the 100 free S10 is going to put you on score, have it back. I think.
Medalist and Paralympic champion representing Hungary is Bianca Papp.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la Hongrie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Hungary.
Mesdames et messieurs, le médaillé paralympique.
And here are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 100-meter backstroke class S10. The bronze medal goes to France's Emmeline Pierre. The silver goes to the United States of America's Alexandra Truitt, and the gold medal goes to Hungary's Bianca Pap.
This is the final of the men's 50-meter freestyle S3. Wang Wenpan, the world record holder, 38.81. His gold from Rio was established after a 39.24 swim and goes, potentially goes on to another Paralympic Games. Umut Unlu was quickest to qualify for Turkey, already a first medal in the pool this session as Sivile Öztürk managed bronze. Can Umut Unlu produce a swim that betters a host of other contenders, two from Ukraine, two from Mexico, Germany, Spain and Italy as well in this final. Men's 50-meter freestyle S3. Of the 8 competitors who go in this final, 5 of them are 44-second swimmers. Only one was able to put down a 44 in qualifying, and that was Unlu of Turkey, who goes in 4. But who can swim their times in the final? Eight competitors who go in lane 8. From Mexico, Marcos Zarate, the 24-year-old who won silver at the Pan American Games. 6th at the last World Championships. There's a lot of love for the 24-year-old. The finalist for a 3rd successive Paralympic Games in this event, Vincenzo Boni, goes for Italy in lane 1. 36-year-old, twice a World Championships bronze medalist. Only 7th at the European Championships, though, a little way off his best. Daniel Ferrer goes for Spain in lane 7. Silver medalist at the last World Championships, 5th at the European Championships. On his Paralympic Games debut, 5th in Tokyo was Josiah Top. He was the top seed coming into Paris with a 44.67, went 49.11 in the preliminaries. The 21-year-old 4th at the 2022 World Championships goes in 2. The defending champion is Diego Lopez. He goes for Mexico in lane 6. Two-time world champion, 4th at the last World Championships, but won gold at the Pan American Games in Santiago in Chile. Bronze medalist in Tokyo was Denis Ostapchenko. The 23-year-old is world champion in this event after bronze in 2022, 4th at the European Championships. His compatriot goes in lane 5, Sergei Palamarchuk, 35-year-old World Championships bronze medalist in Manchester last year, bronze at the European Championships as well. But Turkey's Umut Unlu goes in lane 4 after laying down a PB 44.90 in qualifying, a man who studied physical education. 6th at the last European Championships. He was some way off 44 seconds, but comes in having qualified fastest. Can Turkey earn a second medal of the session in this race?
That would be huge for Turkey, and I think you're right. I think it's going to take sub 45 to win the gold here. Another contender is Ostapchenko, who flew during the prelims. He's from Ukraine. He's in lane 3, and then don't discount Palamarchuk from Ukraine also.
Difficult to look past Diego Lopez, the defending champion. He goes in 6th, still swimming some quality times, around 45 seconds. Only went 47.61 in qualifying though. Top 49.11 after coming in with a 44.67. This really is a stacked final. 1 length of the pool, 50-meter freestyle S3 final. All but one of the competitors will start from in the pool. Top of Germany will start from the blocks. Now Top should get himself into an advantage early. He dives in and has an underwater. The other swimmers straight into this stroke. Watch Umut Unlu going in lane 4. He looks to be really strong. Alongside him, though, is Ostapchenko, who's got a very fast stroke rate using that single-arm backstroke. It's Unlu, though, who's looking to charge down Top, who's taken out the lead. He's in front through 25 meters, and he's not looking as if he's tiring very easily as he was in the heat.
No, but
Unlu,
watch out for,
comes.
Yep, Unlu's coming up, and watch out for Ostapchenko. This is where Ostapchenko, during the prelims, was so great. It was this last 25 meters. Top still trying to hang on, but Ostapchenko's coming.
Unlu is leading, Ostapchenko just behind him, Top maybe on the podium, but Unlu's got to take gold here for Turkey, ahead of Ostapchenko, and Top on the podium again, this time with bronze, 45.61, but 44.83 wins it for Unlu of Turkey. He only just made the final at the European Championships, Umut Unlu, but he is champion of the Paralympic Games, and he does go sub 45 seconds, a 44.83. Turkey have their first gold at Paris 2024, and their second medal this session, day 9 of competition after Sevile Öztürk's bronze in the pool. Ostapchenko, the world champion, beaten by Unlu.
And here's the start. The swimmers actually were told to relax, so they were there in that position for a long time. That's so nerve-wracking, but look at Unlu. Top got out to this unbelievable start, and for a while it didn't look like anyone was going to catch him, but then came Unlu. Last 20 meters, he powers his way through, and Ostapchenko, this last 5 meters, just sneaks by Top, barely out-touching him at the end. Unlu 44.8, Ostapchenko 45.7, and Top with the bronze 45.61. Sorry, Ostapchenko 45.14.
Unlu, he's been putting in 5-hour training sessions in the build-up to Paris 2024. He's only been a para swimmer for the last few years. But a man who studied physical education certainly understands how to win a medal now. It's gold in the 50 free S3 for Umut Unlu of Turkey, ahead of Denis Ostapchenko, the world champion, and Yasser Top of Germany on the podium with bronze after his gold in the 150 IM. Defending champion, 6th in this final. This is the final of the men's 50-meter freestyle S4. We saw a new Paralympic Games record in the preliminaries, a 36.95 laid down by teenager Sebastian Masabi of Canada. Ami Omar Dadon is the world record holder though at 36.25. These are the finalists. Two from Italy, Cristiani and Beggiato. Two from Israel in Dadon and Malyar. And then we have Masabi in lane 4 alongside Suzuki. And they weren't separated by much in the qualifiers, but Masabi with the quicker time, sub 37, Paralympic Games record in the heats to qualify as the fastest in this final. Here are the finalists in the men's 50-meter freestyle S4. Going in lane 8, Ariel Malyar. His brother Mark, an S8 swimmer who's also competing in Paris, but 5th at the last World Championships, silver at the European Championships though for Ariel Malyar. In lane 1 for Italy is 19-year-old Federico Cristiani. He's made the final of every one of his events in Paris as a best finish of 4th in the 100-meter freestyle. He goes in the wide lane after 40.44 seconds. His compatriot won bronze last time out in Tokyo, Luigi Beggiato, the 26-year-old 5th at the 2022 World Championships and 4th at the European Championships in Portugal in April. Going in lane 2 is Angel Camacho of Mexico. The 19-year-old was 4th in Tokyo as a 16-year-old. 4th at the last World Championships, 6th at the Pan American Games, but swimming a class up with S5s. New Zealand's Cameron Leslie, the 34-year-old, is back at the Paralympic Games. It's not his favourite event, but it's one in which he's going to be a contender. The 2019 World Champion who won silvers at both the last 2 World Championships. The Tokyo gold medalist Ami Omar Dadon goes in lane 3, the 23-year-old, the reigning world champion and European champion. Tokyo silver medalist representing Japan, the Asian Para Games gold medalist, 37-year-old Suzuki Takayuki goes in 5. He won World Championships bronze in Manchester last year. But the man who qualified quickest in Paralympic Games record time, he's only 19, Sebastian Masabi, made the 100 and 200 freestyle finals in Paris, then smashed the Paralympic Games record in the heats to qualify quickest in lane 4. It's an event in which we said goodbye to French legend David Smetanine in the heats, having not made the final though, the 49-year-old 9-time Paralympic Games medalist retiring in front of his home fans. Not only a grand ambassador for parasport in France, but he's been instrumental in establishing a Paralympic Athletes Commission in France. He's been involved in the hosting of Paris 2024. How he would have willed to swim in this final, I suspect. But he is watching on as the final is about to take place. Masabi of Canada, how good was that swim in the qualifiers? And how fast was Suzuki holding off Dadon as well in the heats?
Yeah, but I think Dadon is going to be really quick tonight. I mean, Dadon's got that really powerful stroke. Masabi, though, he was awfully quick.
One length of the pool in this event. Men's 50-meter freestyle S4 final. Cameron Leslie going in 6th for New Zealand. New Zealand have yet to win a medal at Paris 2024 in the pool. The 3-time Paralympic Games champion, all in the 150 IM. Fast freestyler. Flag bearer for Paris 2024 as well at the opening ceremony. As he returned to the Paralympic Games, having opted out of Tokyo 2020. Getting away well is Camacho going in lane 2. Dadon, though, straight into his stroke, and it is a far more intense stroke rate from Dadon going in 3. Masabi looks strong in lane 4. He's got a little bit of a lead, but is he going to be able to hold on to that advantage over Dadon? Masabi of Canada is leading at the moment through 25 meters.
Yeah, Masabi looks really good. He's just on the world record mark, but watch out for Dadon. Look at that stroke. He's going quicker than him. He's closing on Masabi really quickly, but can he hang on?
The 19-year-old from Canada will not be denied now in the final 5 meters. Masabi to the wall for Canada, takes gold in world record time. Suzuki beats Stade to silver as well. Leslie off the podium, touches 4th for New Zealand, but what a swim from the sensation. A little maple leaf magic for Canada. Masabi is champion. Wow! Taking down the world record by a massive margin. And Suzuki ahead of Dadon by a quarter of a second. 35.61, the first swimmer in this class to go sub 36 seconds in the 50-meter freestyle.
My goodness, here's the start. So Masabi goes out quick. He's got a slight edge over Dadon, who's just powering through. Masabi looks like he's getting chased down by Dadon right here, but the last 15, 20 meters, Masabi just put his leg into it and he took off, just blowing past everyone else. And Suzuki, look at this finish, passes Dadon right there, sneaks in for the silver, and Dadon with the bronze. But a new world record for Masabi, a major PB, 35.61.
Well, I mean, he set an America's record on his way to the Paralympic Games record here. But he's just smashed the world record by 0.64 of a second.
What did you call it? Maple leaf magic.
Maple leaf
like
magic. Masabi with some maple leaf magic. World record 35.61 beats Suzuki Takayuki, and Dadon, the world record holder previously, is on the podium with bronze ahead of Cameron Leslie and Angel Camacho. Whew, that was something. I mean, he showed real impetus in the 100 and 200 freestyle, did Masabi, but
yeah, but nothing like that. That
straight
was,
line speed is
amazing.
And he's still only learning his trade.
I'd say he's learned.
Oh yeah. Well, when you take down a world record, you can't argue that. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter butterfly S9.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters butterfly S9.
The medalists, 2 from Australia and 1 from Italy.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Samuel Ducoquet,
The medals to be presented by Samuel Ducoquet,
des Affaires étrangères.
Ambassador for Sport of the French Ministry for Europe,
Ambassador for Sport,
Accompagné par Monsieur
and he's accompanied by Paris 2024 Infosystem Security Deputy Director
Jean-Marie 2023.
France Régul.
2024 Information System Security Deputy Director.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant l'Australie.
Bronze medalist, representing Australia, Louis Bishop.
Lewis Bishop swam at the European Open Championships in April as part of his preparation. He finished 8th in the final in a 1:02. Now the 19-year-old has got himself on the podium at the Paralympic Games in his only event in Paris on his Paralympic Games debut. Swims a 1:01.08 to claim bronze.
Médaillé d'argent, représentant l'Australie.
Silver medalist, representing Australia, Timothy Hodge.
Timothy Hodge, Tim Hodge of Australia, with his third medal at Paris 2024. In his final event, his sixth and final event, he's finished in the top 5 of all 6 of his races. Gold in the relay, gold in the 200 IM. He's got silver in the men's 100 fly S9 and is now a 6-time Paralympic Games medalist. 1 minute, 0.03 seconds. Simone Barlam is champion again at the Paralympic Games, but for the first time in the 100-meter butterfly S9. Now a 7-time Paralympic Games medalist and 3-time champion. He swam a 57.99 to claim gold, his second of Paris 2024. The man from Milan, having undergone several surgeries in Paris and in front of the surgeon who fixed him in every sense, he says, he's claimed a very special gold.
Please stand if you are able for the anthem of Italy.
The medalists in the men's 100-meter butterfly S9. Australia's Lewis Bishop takes bronze. Timothy Hodge of Australia claims silver. And securing gold is Simone Barlam of Italy. Well, I tell you, this French crowd, they might love La Marseillaise whenever there's a French champion in the pool, but they absolutely love the Italian national anthem when there's an Italian victory. And we've seen 13 golds from Italy in the pool at Stade de France Arena over the 9 days of competition so far. Barlam responsible for a couple of those. Allez, Lewis Bishop. His family in the house, the teenager on the podium. It's going to go in the pool. There it is. A little dip in the water. Italy third on the medal standings, behind People's Republic of China and Great Britain.
now the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter butterfly class S9. The medals will be presented by Sophie Laurent. And she'll be accompanied by Catherine Bastini. The bronze medalist representing Australia is Emily Beecroft. The silver medalist representing Hungary is Sofia Konkoli. Medalist representing the United States of America is Christy Rowley Crossley. She swam to a 105.19, breaking the Paralympic record in the process.
États-Unis d'Amérique.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of the United States of America.
And here are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 100-meter butterfly class S9. The bronze medal goes to Australia's Emily Beecroft. The silver medal goes to Hungary's Sophia Konkley, and the gold medal goes to the United States of America's Christy Riley-Crossley.
This is the final of the women's 50-meter freestyle S4. The world record held by Tanja Schultz of Germany, 36.92. Lidia Vieira da Cruz with the Paralympic Games record in the heats. He's one of two Brazilians who go in this final in lanes 2 and 4. Schultz of Germany, the world record holder, goes in 3. Leanne Smith of USA, Rachel Watson of Australia are S3 swimmers who were swimming a class up but have both made the final in this classification. So swimming in the class S4. This is the women's 50-meter freestyle final. 8 competitors, 2 of them over the age of 50. Zulfia Gabadulina of Kazakhstan, who will go in 1, and Nelly Miranda, who will go in 8. Let's introduce the finalists then for the women's 50-meter freestyle. Going for Mexico in lane 8 is Beijing gold medalist and Rio bronze medalist, 52-year-old Nelly Miranda, 3-time world champion, 6th at the last World Championships and bronze at the Pan American Games in Chile last year. 4th in Rio, competing a class up, was Zulfia Gabardolina, the 58-year-old now 2017 world champion, 3-time World Championships medalist. She's the vice president of the Kazakhstan National Paralympic Committee. Peng Chuping goes for People's Republic of China in lane 7, the 30-year-old former World Championships bronze medalist. Swam 44 seconds at the Asian Para Games, 2 classes up. 4th in Tokyo is Patricia Pereira dos Santos of Brazil, the World Championship silver medalist last time out, goes in lane 2, the Pan American Games silver medalist. Rio and Tokyo gold. The S3 swimmer Rachel Watson of Australia goes in 6th. 3-time World Championships medalist, including bronze last time out in Manchester, swimming a class up. Already 100 freestyle bronze here. Tanja Schultz of Germany goes in 3. It's a Paralympic Games debut at the age of 40. She's only been a para swimmer since 2022, the year that she actually broke the world record in this race, the 2-time and reigning world champion. Leanne Smith goes for United States of America in lane 5, the 36-year-old S3 world champion in 2022, swimming a class up here. But in her Paralympic Games debut, Lydia Vieira da Cruz of Brazil goes in 4 for the final. The bronze medalist at the World Championships 2 years ago. Pan American Games gold medal by a very confident margin as well. 2 bronze medals in Paris so far for Lydia Vieira da Cruz. She'll be looking for a gold in this final, who swam to a Paralympic Games record 38.61 in the heats to secure lane 4 for the final, did the Brazilian. 2 S3 swimmers in Leanne Smith of USA and Rachel Watson, another S3 swimmer who goes in 6th for Australia. She made her international debut in 2016 in Berlin, just before the Paralympic Games in Rio, and she's dominated the event since then, but will be challenged in Paris by any one of a number of competitors, including Smith, including Vieira da Cruz, and including Schultz, the world record holder.
Right, and the world record is 36.92, but the Paralympic record set during prelims, 38.6.
The first Kazakhstan athlete to win a Paralympic Games medal when she won gold in the 100 freestyle S3 in Rio at the age of 50. Zulfia Gabardolina at 58 goes in this final in lane 1 for Kazakhstan. In para swimming, there are a range of starting positions available to the swimmers depending on their impairment. All the swimmers start from inside the water in the women's 50-meter freestyle S4 final.
Take your marks.
Oh, that's going to be a disqualification for Lydia Vieira da Cruz. Unfortunately, a false start. But she's into her stroke and she's going to go through the pool. She's lying second behind Schultz at the moment, but that's a disappointment for the Brazilian, who no doubt has several things playing through her mind at the moment. Patricia Pereira dos Santos goes in 2 and is currently in second position behind Schultz of Germany, who's racing through the water. Rachel Watson is showing some closing speed now, and the Australian with a spurt in the closing 15 meters might be coming to the wall, but watch out for the finishing speed of Leanne Smith as well. Leanne Smith up against Lydia Vieira da Cruz, coming back at her. It's going to be, I think, the Brazilian who touches. No, it's Smith who touches first for the gold. Vieira da Cruz has touched second, but there is a question mark over her start, and indeed Schultz third. 4th is Rachel Watson of Australia, who might be on the podium still. It did seem to be a false start, though, from the Brazilian. But Schultz on the podium with bronze for now. Leanne Smith, though, how about that? Just outside 40 seconds, 40.03 seconds. Now, what that means is she's just broken the world record in the S3 classification. Leanne Smith has broken Areola Trimi's 40.32 seconds set in Tokyo.
And here's the start. Vieira de Cruz, it seemed like she left early, but Schultz just appears to be ahead of her. But look at this finish from Leanne Smith, coming from way behind here. She looks to be in about 4th from this position, but comes into a beautiful finish. Rachel Watson also going hard, and Schultz. Yep, so Vieira de Cruz is disqualified for that start. That means Leanne Smith is first with the world record, 40.0. Schultz second, 40.75. And Rachel Watson from Australia with the bronze.
Leanne Smith, that was some swim. The S3 swimmer, a class up, swimming with the S4s, has got herself into gold medal position in world record time in the S3 class, 40.03 seconds, takes it ahead of Tanja Schultz of Germany. And Rachel Watson, the other S3 swimmer in the class, promoted to 3rd. Lydia Vieira de Cruz disqualified after her false start.
So 2 S3 swimmers on the medal stand in the women's S4 50 freestyle.
That is remarkable.
Yes.
Swimming a class up is a challenge in itself.
Yes.
But to be on the podium is something else. To do it in world record time, as Leanne Smith has done, that is exceptional.
And this was the start. You can see Vieira de Cruz just starting before the mark went off. And Leanne Smith, look at this, coming from way behind to take that gold and world record.
Still 2 events to come in the pool this session. A host of victory ceremonies. This is the final of the men's 100-meter butterfly S11. Danilo Chufarov is the world record holder. He did not have the best of swims, though, in the preliminaries. Enamed of Spain remains the Paralympic Games record holder from 2008 in Beijing. 1 swimmer from China, 1 from Ukraine, 1 from Czechia, 2 from Japan, 1 from Brazil, Netherlands and Spain. Well, the 2 from Japan are fancying a 1-2 finish, as they did in Tokyo, where Kimura won gold and Tomita won silver. Bronze on that occasion went to Wendell Bellarmino Pereira of Brazil. He goes in 6th in this final. And let's meet the finalists. Going in lane 8 for Spain is Jose Ramon Cantero, the 31-year-old, 7th at the last World Championships. Studied journalism. He's looking to get into a media role. Hua Dongdong, 25-year-old from Ningbo in China. Made the 2023 World Championships final, 4th at the Asian Para Games in 109. He went 109.26 in the qualifiers. 4th in Tokyo was Rogier Dorsman. The 25-year-old is European champion. Former World Championships medalist. 5th in Manchester, though. 5-time Paralympic Games champion. The 2023 World Champion in world record time. 35-year-old Danilo Chufarov goes for Ukraine in 2. He was disqualified at the European Championships, though. Tokyo bronze medalist is Wendell Bellarmino Pereira. The Brazilian goes as the Pan American Games champion. 7th at the last World Championships, though. David Kratochvil of Czechia goes in lane 3, the 16-year-old in his 6th and final event in Paris, having made every final and securing a gold, a silver and a bronze so far. Always a respectful bow before he makes his way onto the pool deck. Tomita Uchu, a silver medalist in Tokyo, the 35-year-old, 3-time World Championships medalist, including bronze last time out. The Asian Paragames silver medalist goes in 5. His compatriot is Kimura Keiichi. Tokyo gold after Rio silver and London bronze. 3-time world champion, but silver last time out. 9-time Paralympic Games medalist after his 50-free gold here in Paris. He won the Asian Paragames gold by a fairly comfortable margin, and he qualified quickest by a very comfortable margin as well, effectively 3 seconds ahead of Tomita, who goes in 5. Now on paper, Chuparov has gone just outside 60 seconds, but he went 1:06. Yeah,
he did not look
qualifying.
Very quick this morning. He's really the only one in this heat who could potentially challenge the 1:01 thrown down by Kimura from Japan. So if Chuparov swims his time, it should be close.
Suzuki Takayuki is screaming, shouting. He is willing on the Japanese stars. He'll have to get quiet for the start, but multiple champion himself, supporting his compatriots as they look for a 1-2 in the men's 100-meter butterfly S11 final. Getting away well in lane 2 is Chufarov, so too Dorsman in lane 7, the European champion, but into his stroke really quickly. Kimura Keiichi of Japan looks really strong. Dorsman is still going well, and through 25 meters is right up there with the Japanese star. He's got a slightly shorter, choppier stroke than Tomita, who's gliding a little more through the pool, but Chufarov is now just a little way behind. It's going to be the Japanese Kimura who hits the wall first at 50.
So he's out in 28.13, which is exactly what he went out during prelim. So he's on his time, and he's about a body length ahead of everyone else. And for this classification, I continue to say this, it's so important that you swim straight, because the more you zigzag, the more time that you add and more distance. But look at Kimura. He's off of the world record, but comfortably ahead.
So Kimura is going strong. Chufarov is coming back at Tomita here, who might still be on the podium, being challenged by a few, but it is going to be Kimura for gold ahead of Chufarov, the world record holder. Tomita just on the podium ahead of Dorsman, who finishes 5th behind Kratochvil. Sensational swim from Kimura. Inside 1:01. It's a Paralympic Games record. 1:90 seconds. Kimura is champion, and 2 from Japan on the podium is Tomita takes bronze, with Chufarov, the world record holder, in 1:02.86, claiming silver.
So here's the start here, all the swimmers diving in. And Dorsman continues to have that phenomenal underwater start. But as soon as they get into their stroke, Kimura took this. He actually went out in exactly the same split that he did this morning. Here you see him coming into the wall. All of these swimmers, this is the S11 classification, so they all got tapped so that they know where to end. And here's Kimura on the way back. That if he went out in 28, that means he came back in 32. It's a good split in the 100-meter butterfly, and he led this race really from start to finish. Now, the battle for second and third, though, look at this finish from Chufarov. Comes in, just out touches Tomita, and Chufarov had a lot of ground to make up during that second 50.
Kimura of Japan, champion, defends his Tokyo title, and 2 from Japan on the podium. The Paralympic Games record time. Paralympic Games record 1:90 seconds for Kimura Keiichi. Ukraine's Stanilo Chufarov finishes in silver medal position, and Tomita Uchu is on the podium with bronze. The silver medalist from Tokyo, bronze in Paris. This is the victory ceremony of the men's 100-meter backstroke S14.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 100 mètres de hommes S14.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for men's 100-meter backstroke S.
The medalists making their way out. That is a very delighted champion. Completely new experience for a teenager from Great Britain who won bronze. Also for the silver and gold medalists.
Madame Robin Smith, OIM, membre du conseil d'administration du Comité international paralympique.
Robin Smith, OAM, IPC governing board member, will present the medals. And she's accompanied by top manager of Paris 2024, Fabrice Lacroix.
Administratif et financier du Comité d'organisation des Jeux olympiques et paralympiques de Paris 2024.
Chief Financial Officer of the Organising Committee of the Olympic and Paralympic Games in Paris 2024.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant la Grande-Bretagne.
Bronze medalist representing
Just 17 is Mark Tomset. He produced a stellar swim in this final. He went 59.53 to win the European Championships a few months ago. He went 59.21 to touch third in his only event in Paris on his Paralympic Games debut, and he's bronze medalist in the 100 backstroke S14. He won 4 medals in Tokyo, did Gabriel Bandera, including gold in the 100 fly. We've mentioned that he's been swimming off his times, and he has. He missed out on the final in the 200 free, but he's still got 3 medals from 5 events. Gabriel Bandera with his first silver and his 3rd medal of Paris 2024. Benjamin Hans, or just Ben Hans to most, the reigning world champion, who took 0.36 of a second off his own world record in the heats. Couldn't quite match that time in the finals, but a 57.04. An incredibly fast time. Nobody could catch Hans by a very comfortable margin of over 1.5 seconds. He claims gold and defends the title he won in Tokyo.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Australia.
Confirming the medalists. The men's 100-meter backstroke S14 classification sees Mark Thompson of Great Britain take bronze, Brazil's Gabriel Bandeira silver, and Benjamin Hans, for the second time in his career, is Paralympic Games champion in this event for Australia.
And now the victory ceremony for the women's 100-meter backstroke class S14.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie de vainqueur du 100 mètres dauphin S14.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters backstroke S14.
Veuillez accueillir les médaillés.
Please welcome the medalists.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Madame Robin Smith, OM, membre du conseil d'administration du Comité international paralympique.
governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
The medals will be presented by Robin Smith Ohm,
Madame Ludivine Munoz, responsable de l'intégration paralympique Paris 2024.
and she'll be accompanied by Ludivine Munoz.
Médaillé de bronze, représentant la Grande-Bretagne.
The bronze medal goes to Great Britain's Olivia Newman-Baronius.
Médaillé d'argent, athlète paralympique neutre.
Silver medalist, mutual Paralympic athlete, Valeria Chateau.
The silver medal goes to neutral Paralympic athlete Valeria Shabalina. and Paralympic champion representing Great Britain is Poppy Maskell.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de la Grande-Bretagne.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Great Britain.
And here are the Paralympic medalists for the women's 100-meter backstroke class S14. The bronze medal goes to Great Britain's Olivia Newman-Baronius. The silver medal goes to neutral Paralympic athlete Valeria Shabalina. And the gold medal goes to Great Britain's Poppy Maskell.
This is the final of the men's 100-meter freestyle S8. It is the last event on the program this session, the penultimate session of finals at the Para Swimming of Paris 2024. Dennis Tarasov, the world record holder, 55.84. Wang Yinan, Paralympic Games record of 56.58. Two from People's Republic of China, Italy, Australia, USA, Greece. Neutral Paralympic athlete and Chinese swimmer Wu Hongliang go in this final. The only swimmers outside of 60 seconds in the wider lanes. Wu Hongliang goes in lane 8 for People's Republic of China, the 30-year-old, 7th at the World Championships last year, bronze at the Asian Para Games. Going in lane 1 is Liu Fengqi, the 25-year-old from Beijing. Started as a backstroke specialist, but has certainly improved as he transitioned into more of an IM swimmer. He goes in 1. He turns 24 today. There's Andrei Nikolaev. The neutral Paralympic athlete is the Tokyo silver medalist, but goes in lane 7. Fourth in Tokyo was Xu Haijiao, the 30-year-old 2017 world champion, silver medalist last time out. He won Asian Para Games gold. Tokyo bronze medalist from Greece, Dimosthenis Michalentzakis, the 25-year-old two-time world championship medalist. fourth in 2023, third at the European Championships. Alberto Amodeo goes in lane 3 for Italy. The 23-year-old fifth at the 2023 World Championships and the European Championships. Noah Jaffe goes for USA as the reigning world champion. A man who's worked with the Challenged Athletes Foundation to provide support and opportunities for para-athletes. Callum Simpson of Australia goes in lane 4, having qualified quickest though by half a second from Jaffe. On his Paralympic Games debut, the 17-year-old will go in 4. He won the European Championships as part of his Paris prep. Already 4x100 medley relay gold for Simpson as part of the Australian quartet that secured victory. The 3 from China, Liu, Xu and Wu, but in the wider lanes, Amodeo for Italy, Simpson for Australia, Jaffe for USA. Nikolaev is a neutral Paralympic athlete, and for Greece, Michalintzakis. Greece have yet to medal at these games in the pool. Beg your pardon. Tsapatakis claimed a breaststroke silver. Nikolaev goes in lane 7 on his 24th birthday. Good start for the Australian Simpson, who goes in 4, so too for Jaffe, the 21-year-old of USA. Michalintzakis gets away nicely, good underwater from the Tokyo bronze medalist, and Greece swimmer going strong in 6. He's only just ahead of Jaffe at the moment, just about level with Simpson of Australia. Not too bad, as well as the start of Xu Haijiao, who's pushing towards the wall, but it is the swimmers in lane 4 and 5 who look to be leading the way in the early stages. Xu hanging with him, though.
Simpson touches first off the wall. He's out in 27.80, which is a lot quicker than he was out this morning, and Noah Jaffe is right there with him. Now they're into the second 50, so it's important here that they come home and they stay strong, because here comes Amodeo from Italy.
Well, Amodeo won his favorite event, the 400 freestyle essay, where he showed some good closing speed. Can he show closing speed in the sprint event, the 100-meter freestyle? It's Simpson only just from Jaffe at the moment, with Amodeo still very much there. He's got a great reach advantage. These 3 come to the wall, so too Nikolaev. It's going to be Simpson ahead of Jaffe, ahead of Amodeo, who's on the podium ahead of Nikolaev on his 24th birthday. So close between the top 4, and even Xu Haijiao touching 5th in 59.67, but winning it 58.23. Callum Simpson of Australia. They've got multiple gold medals this session. After Ben Hans in the 100 back S14, Callum Simpson has got his first individual Paralympic Games medal. At just 17, he's twice a Paralympic Games champion, and he's won one of the marquee events. Jaffe with silver, 2/100ths of a second back, and 5/100ths of a second back of him, Amodeo.
Here's the start. So the Australian, right into that streamlined position, he was out quick. He was out very, very quick. A lot faster, too, than he was out this morning. And Noah Jaffe really was right there with him. Here's the turn. Simpson first at the wall. You can see Amodeo coming from behind. He doesn't have the leg power, but watch Amodeo close on them. My goodness, Australia first by 2/100ths of a second. And Amodeo getting on the medal stand for bronze, and Noah Jaffe, 58.25. An amazing swim for all 3 of them.
Yeah, great credit to Callum Simpson. But how about that closing speed from Amodeo?
I know, look at him.
He's really worked on that.
Yeah.
I mean, 400 frees is bread and butter.
Yeah, and this is a lot
challenge
different.
in the 100. Wow. 0.7 of a second separated the top 3. Simpson ahead of Jaffe, ahead of Amodeo. Simpson still in disbelief.
We had a very loud Italian contingency right here, too, celebrating Amodeo's finish.
Led by?
Simone Barlum.
Callum Simpson, 58.23, by 0.02 of a second ahead of Noah Jaffe, who takes silver, and Alberto Amadeo only 0.05 of a second back of him, claiming bronze ahead of Nikolaev, Shu, Michalinzakis, Liu, and Wu, finishing 5th through to 8th. Well, the events in the pool are done. 15 gold medal events have been completed, but we do have 5 victory ceremonies for you to enjoy, as medalists from Turkey, Canada, USA, Japan, and Australia will receive their awards. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter freestyle S3.
Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie des vainqueurs du 50 mètres nage libre homme S3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle S3.
And this is a big medal ceremony. The medalists from Germany, from Ukraine, and from Turkey. Turkey had never had a male medalist in para swimming at the Paralympic Games. They do now, and how?
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Tony Ward, délégué technique de
Tony Ward of World Para Swimming, technical delegate. He will present the medals. And he is accompanied by the head of World Para Swimming, Craig Nicholson.
responsable de World Para Swimming.
head of World Para Swimming.
Médaille de bronze, représentant l'Allemagne.
Bronze medalist representing Germany,
Lucia Torps came to Paris having never won a Paralympic Games medal. After gold in the 150-meter individual medley SM3 and S3 50-meter backstroke silver, he now has bronze in the 50-meter freestyle S3 to complete his collection of Paralympic Games medals. The man from Munich went 45.61 in the final to secure his place on the podium.
Médaille d'argent, représentant l'Ukraine.
representing Ukraine, Denis Ostapchenko.
In Tokyo, Denis Ostapchenko picked up gold, silver, bronze, and a 4th place finish. So far in Paris, he's picked up gold, silver, bronze, and a 4th place finish. He's got one event to come, the men's 200-meter freestyle S3. But Ostapchenko, the reigning world champion, beaten in this final, despite putting down a 45.14. The man from Ukraine is silver medalist, 3-time medalist in Paris.
Médaille d'or et champion paralympique, représentant la Turquie.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion,
This is a particularly significant moment. No male swimmer had ever medaled for Turkey in para swimming at the Paralympic Games before this. He's not only medaled, he's gone and posted a 44.83 to claim the gold medal. It's Turkey's first gold at Paris 2024 and second medal overall. Having improved his time by effectively 2 seconds, he was champion in the men's 50 free S3 and a history maker. Umut Unlu of Turkey is your champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the anthem of Turkey.
Mesdames et messieurs, le médaillé paralympique.
Having only taken up para swimming in 2019, he's champion 5 years later. The medalist in the men's 50-meter freestyle S3, Chateau of Germany has bronze, Ukraine's Denis Ostapchenko silver, and Umut Unlu has a historic gold.
İnşallah yarın bir altın daha alıp ülkemizin bayrağını bir daha yukarı çekeceğiz ve İstiklal Marşımızı bir daha okuyacağız.
This is the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter freestyle S4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's 50-meter freestyle S4.
The medalists from Israel, Japan and Canada.
Les médailles seront remises par
The medals will be presented by
Monsieur Tony Ward, délégué technique de World Para.
Technical delegate from World Para Swimming, Tony Ward, will present the medals.
Accompagné par
And he's accompanied by the head of World Para Swimming, Craig Nicholson.
médaillé de bronze, représentant Israël.
He was champion in Tokyo, Ami Omadadon. And he's twice been champion in Paris already in both the 200 and 100 meter freestyle events. But in the 50, he was edged. The reigning world champion and European champion takes bronze in 37:11 in a race that saw his own world record fall.
Médaillé d'argent, représentant le Chateau.
silver medalist representing Japan,
This is a 14th career Paralympic Games medal for the great 37-year-old Japanese star Suzuki Takayuki. Silver medalist in Tokyo, is silver medalist again in the men's 50-meter freestyle, swimming sub 37 seconds, 36:85.
Médaillé d'or, et champion paralympique, représentant le Canada.
gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Canada,
Sebastian Masabi has done the remarkable. Not only has he come to Paris as a Paralympic Games debutant, he's barely swum in international competition. He's made the finals in all three freestyle events, in the 200, the 100 and the 50 meter, having set the Paralympic Games record in the heats to qualify fastest for the final. The 19-year-old made no mistake, smashed the world record with a 35:61, the only swimmer in his class to go sub 36 seconds for this event. And he's champion for the first time at the Paralympic Games.
Si vous le pouvez.
What a win, as Canada have a fourth gold in the pool at Paris 2024.
the anthem of Canada.
Mesdames et messieurs, le médaillé paralympique.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Paralympic medalists.
The medalist in the men's 50-meter freestyle S4, Ami Omadadon takes bronze. Suzuki Takeyuki has his 14th medal, and it's silver in this event. And Sebastian Masabi, in world record time, is Paralympic Games champion for the first time for Canada. DJ Steve at the venue has a good sense of humour. And a Canadian artist now booms over the loudspeakers in the venue as Masabi takes in his victory lap. He's got several responsibilities to come, including media duties, now that he's champion of the Paralympic Games. We do have victory ceremonies to come. Where is a postponement of the women's 50 free S4. So the next victory ceremony is this one. This is the victory ceremony for the men's 100-meter butterfly S11. The medalists in the men's 100-meter butterfly S11. The medalists, 2 from Japan and 1 from Ukraine. IPC governing board member Mickey Matheson will present the medals. And she's accompanied by President of Yamamoto Kogaku, Yamamoto Naoyuki. For a second successive Paralympic Games, Tomita Uchu is on the podium. He claimed silver in Tokyo as one of his 3 medals. He claims his 2nd bronze of Paris 2024 and his 5th Paralympic Games medal. Tomita Uchu in 1:03.89. Touched 3rd. Danilo Chufarov of Ukraine, the world record holder, couldn't quite swim to that time. The reigning world champion, a 1:02.86 he posted in this final to finish 2nd. It's his 9th Paralympic Games medal. Going all the way back to Beijing in 2008. But it's his 4th medal at Paris 2024. A 2nd silver to go with his 2 bronzes as well.
Médaillé d'or et champion paralympique, représentant le Chateau.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Japan,
Kimura Keiichi is champion again. He won silver in Rio, but since then has dominated. Tokyo gold and Paris gold now for the 3-time world champion. It was beaten at the last World Championships by Chufarov. He's gained his revenge as he claims his 10th Paralympic Games medal. His 2nd gold after 50 free success here in the Asian Paragames. Gold medalist, won in a time of 1 minute, 0.90 seconds. Japan's 3rd gold medal and 12th overall medal of these games.
Si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever en hymne du Japon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Japan.
Mesdames et messieurs, les médaillés paralympiques.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paralympic medalists.
Japan have 2 on the podium. The men's 100-meter butterfly S11 medalist Tomita Uchu of Japan has bronze. Ukraine's Danilo Chufarov silver, and Kimura Keiichi of Japan is the champion.
Next up is the men's 100-meter freestyle S8 victory ceremony. The medals will be presented by Miki Matheson, IPC Governing Board member. And she'll be accompanied The bronze medalist representing Italy is Alberto Amodeo. The silver medalist representing the United States of America is Noah Jaffe. And the gold medalist representing Australia is Callum Simpson.
Mesdames et messieurs, si vous le pouvez, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne de l'Australie.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able for the anthem of Australia.
here are the Paralympic medalists for the men's 100-meter freestyle class S8. The bronze goes to Italy's Alberto Amadeo, the silver goes to the United States of America's Noah Jaffe, and the gold medal goes to Australia's Callum Simpson.
Little AC/DC after the final victory ceremony. Alberto Amadeo is being mobbed after his bronze medal in the 100 because it probably means a great deal more to so many, considering his incredible improvement in speed, than the 400 free, in which he was a shoo-in for the gold. Callum Simpson, fantastic swim. His first individual medal at the Paralympic Games, and it's gold in one of the marquee events, the 100s. What an event it's been. China topping the medal standings on day 9 of the competition. They got 3 golds, 2 in world record time. They're on top of the overall medal table overall. But, Deb, what did you make of this session?
Oh, I love this session. I mean, that 100 freestyle at the end with Alberto Amadeo, Callum Simpson, and Noah Jaffe was remarkable. There was the Chinese sweep in the 50s, yet again. The 100 butterfly, Simone Barlam, that was awesome. There were a couple world records that went down. I mean, hard to choose.
What a session. China, USA, Australia, Brazil, Netherlands, Hungary, Italy, Canada, Japan, and a historic Turkey gold in the pool this session. 4 world records fell, another 2 Paralympic records established. Several champions crowned. There are only 15 gold medal events remaining in the Paraswimming of Paris 2024, and that will happen on day 10 of competition. That concludes the final session on day 9. For now, from the La Défense Arena, it's goodbye.